or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer. No
Yeah,
champagne
baby.
or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer.
What is up, everybody? We are back here on another Thursday night. Happy Thursday to you all out there, and waiting for the people to get all established. I think Todd just came in the back door down there as well. So what is going on? He's still adjusting his camera, apparently. So what's going on?
Technical difficulties, you know.
Yeah. And Mal is not here yet, and we got another guest that may be appearing as well tonight. But happy Thursday, and welcome everyone into another happy hour live stream. Kick back, hang out, drink some beer, have some fun. If you're new to the channel and you don't know what we do,
no champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer. No champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer.
and for the record, I did not come up with that theme song, which I'm still surprised I think anybody tried to counsel me yet because of the whole girly drink thing. I thought last week was going to be a revolt with Mal and Shannon, but I'm like, I didn't write the song. It's just a good little tune, I thought.
You're right, yeah. Never know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. So, but another quick week this week. Definitely kind of shot through, and next thing you know, is like, sitting there yesterday, I was like mid-afternoon. I'm like, what is, like, today is Wednesday. Like, it hit me all of a sudden. Like, I didn't realize for whatever reason, you get in that zone and you forget what day of the week it is. And it's just like, oh, shoot, this is already like hump day.
Right, yeah. It's like,
yeah.
Come and gone already? What the hell?
So I was like, we got a show tomorrow night. That's right. I forgot. Yeah. So.
Yeah, man, I'll be right back.
All right. So Todd's going to go grab what he's going to do. And welcome to everybody there in the chat. I saw you out there, Vanessa. So hello to you. Cheers, my friend. Happy Thursday. And Vanessa, maple is not a style of stout, though, just so you know. I know you like the maple, though, but it is not a style. That would be actually probably under a sweet stout. Some of your pastry stouts will have some of the maple as well. But yeah. So tonight's little poll question I put out there can only put in 4 choices. So asking, what is your favorite style of stout from the 4 listed? We had the dry Irish, we had the oatmeal, we had the milk, and we have the pastry. So which one of those 4, if one of those 4 you do enjoy, let me know by posting on the poll there. There were some other ones I was going to put out. It's like, I couldn't put like an Imperial because everybody hit Imperial because everybody wants that extra ABV. So I couldn't put that out there. That would kind of skew the number, I thought. So, well, with kind of some of your more basic type styles, so to speak. Let's see here. 2 months until birthday, 4 years left until full retirement. Yes. You'll be 63 then. So, full retirement, 67. Milk stout. There you go. Is breakfast stout a version? There's a lot of beers called breakfast stout. I don't think it's an official style, although a lot of the breakfast stouts, I kind of feel like they come under some of the pastry stouts in the way they're actually designed. But that's a good question. Let's go to the Google machine.
The Googler. Go to the Googler.
No, it's just the names of the different breakfast stouts that are out there right now, it looks like. What is a breakfast stout? Yep. Of course, one day it may be one. So, but right now it's just more of the name in itself. But speaking of stouts, I will be drinking probably stouts all night because I'm trying to get some stuff out of the fridge right now. And I'm going to be drinking this one first. I'm letting it warm up a little bit. But it is the Left Hand Wake Up the Dead Imperial Stout.
Oh, nice.
And this is a nice little stout you can get out there that is definitely worth checking out for sure. And it comes in at 10.2% ABV. So yeah, nice session ale.
A
little bit. 10.2 isn't too bad at all. So yeah. So I'll be cracking that one open here in a bit. And then I don't know if you got anything yet, Todd, or
I do. I've got the Drecker Prince of the Place IPA.
oh, Prince of the Place.
So this is one I picked up at Jungle Gems a week or so ago.
A nice little spot to pick up some beers for sure.
So a single of this was $4.49. Still has the price tag on it.
That's not bad.
I don't think so either. We'll see.
What's the ABV on that one? That's like an Imperial.
Good question. Let's see. Don't. Unless the sticker's covering it up. I don't see it offhand. Unless
That
the
could be.
price tag might be covering it up.
That could be it again.
Yeah,
Jungle Gyms is sometimes better about putting stickers in the wrong spots.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see it. It's not popping out at me anyway.
What was the name of that one again from Drecker?
Prince of the Place.
Oh, it's not. I thought it was a Imperial. It's not. It's just a 6%
Okay.
New England hazy.
Yeah, I see everything else on it, but I don't see the percentage.
The haze for days. Yeah, it's looking
Interesting.
untapped,
Okay.
and it had 6%. Drecker, a nice brewery out of North Dakota. They always do some pretty decent beers for them.
Yep.
So
I've had them like maybe 2 other times.
thinking that should be a winner. Yeah.
I liked everything I've had from them so far. So
Alkanot's in the house, and I'm pretty sure that's probably Ray. Cheers, my friend. Great to
What's
see
up,
you, Ray.
Ray?
Hopefully you're having a good Thursday as well, or a great Thursday. The great Ray. I still got like one more collage I want to put together from Niagara Falls I haven't done yet with just like leftover footage. One of them is the leg lamp at Ray's house I got to throw in there. So
yeah, there you go.
There's still a lot of people. A lot of people have a lot of footage that's still coming out, it seems. So
I feel like it's kind of died out a little bit. Nobody's been posting anything in a while.
oh, I've seen stuff getting posted. I saw well, it depends on what you're on, I guess, because I saw some of the shorts come out, I think earlier today. It's either shorts or Instagram reels.
Oh, okay.
Shayna put a couple things out, or it was TikTok. It was something, but yeah, I did see a few things
I think
that were out there from different people.
might have been Instagram.
Yeah, it might have been. So it depends on where you're at and where you're seeing stuff. It might have been YouTube. There might have been YouTube shorts that he may have put a few out, though. So I know Chase has a lot of footage he hasn't put out yet as well.
Could be.
And let me see here. I haven't heard from Mal, so I don't know if Mal will be joining us tonight or not. Depending how she's feeling or what's going back on with the brewery and stuff. And
I don't know if Shannon posted our video today or not yet.
yeah, she posted one earlier. I haven't watched it yet, but
Okay.
I guess it was one she had to guess what the beer was.
Yeah. So I had to put the information in on it, so I wasn't sure
Yeah.
if she actually posted it or not. Yeah.
Ray said it's an okie dokie day. There you go.
Yeah, she did a blind beer, and I did a blind beer also. So that one will be coming up too here sometime. Or no, I guess actually that one has already been out. That was out Tuesday.
Those are always fun.
Yeah, I forgot she did mine Tuesday, and then hers was today.
Ray says, too busy driving and enjoying the company, did not film much. Yeah, you were definitely the wheel man for sure. But
Oh yeah.
putting the dash cam. Eggnog has hit the stores. Eggnog stout. There probably is some eggnog stouts out there. It's not one I usually look for, but they got the eggnog whiskey that Evan Williams does. So
Never had it, but I've heard that was really good.
it's really good. It's really drinkable too. You can crush that bottle.
I mean, it looks like good and creamy, like
yeah. It's like a liqueur.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes down pretty smooth. Got JT in the house. Cheers, JT.
JT.
Everybody saying hello there. Yeah. I don't know. Eggnog being out right now just seems still a little early for me. Just getting into October, haven't gotten to Thanksgiving.
I mean,
That's kind of
isn't
rushing it.
Oktoberfest in July a little early also? But you know,
Speaking of early, I still haven't drank any pumpkin beers. I'm not feeling the pumpkin beers right now. I'm just not.
I mean, it's hard to when it's 80, 90 degrees outside still.
That's true. Yeah. Just haven't been in the mood for sure.
I feel like pumpkin beer shouldn't come out any more than 2 weeks before Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be perfect to bring it out, at least at that point. I mean,
I feel like you should at least have some pumpkin beers when you take your kids around the block trick or treating, you know,
yeah.
and have a beer to sip on. Hey, that's what I used to do, but you know, that's just me.
Like pumpkin beers 2 weeks before Halloween, eggnog, like 2 weeks, or maybe that week after Thanksgiving, or even maybe that Black Friday, you know, but at least get through Thanksgiving first before you break the eggnog.
I remember back in the Roadhouse, we used to go trick or treating with John Sharon. Me and him and our daughters would go, and as they were getting candy, people would give us cans of beer.
Yeah, I have friends that had kids when they go around the neighborhood. Their parents would get like beers and stuff from the other parents.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're like, "You're making a sacrifice for the team. Here's a beer. You're taking all the kids out."
Yes.
Seems worthy enough.
I'm like, right.
Oh. Yeah, you got to have you come in, Vanessa. They can't just be sending meds out, not checking on you. So when you need a refill, we got to see you before we give you the refill. Oh, see, Paul and Ray did a video mixing beers with eggnog. That could be good. That could not be good, depending.
What kind of beer was it?
Yeah.
Stout? Yeah, probably would be really good.
Which one is vanilla whiskey? Try it in the eggnog. Well, you got like different vanillas out there, different vanilla flavorings of the whiskey.
Yeah.
You know,
Smirnoff has a vanilla one. It's supposed to be really good.
Well, that's the vodka for Smirnoff, though. But you can easily mix that with eggnog.
Well, doesn't Smirnoff
have a whiskey?
like some whiskeys also?
I always seen them just do vodka. Maybe if they're doing whiskey now, that's something I hadn't seen.
Oh, maybe it's not Smirnoff. What am I thinking of? Gosh dang, I can see the bottle, but I can't think of the name of it.
Jack Daniels? They're totally different than Smirnoff. Okay, that's totally different.
they got a bunch of flavors, like their whiskeys. They got a bunch of flavored whiskey.
I'm trying to think who you're thinking of now. Because that Jack is not Beam. It's
not when you're like top. Yeah, not when you're bigger. I mean, it's kind of popular, but not one of the big ones like those.
Yeah.
They kind of come in like skinnier, smaller bottles.
Oh no!
Hang on. No, I got a bottle of something in my fridge.
Oh, there you go.
Now, because that's gonna drive me crazy.
According to Dovetail, October is National Rock Beer Month. Oh, I'm all about that month. It's also Sober October for the NA fans out there too. Never too much rock beer. Never. Early eggnog. That is too fun. Yeah, it's just like it's got to be in the right season. I feel like it's too early to have eggnog right now until you get like past Thanksgiving. I just feel like that's a December drink as you're going into the Christmas holiday. That's just me. That's just my call on it. You know, y'all might disagree, but that's just how I see it out there. I like to have some seasonality and stuff, you know. But like Todd said, you got Oktoberfest stuff coming out in July and pumpkin stuff in August. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of those coming out either that early.
No, I don't have none in there anymore.
Oh, you know?
I was thinking it was Smirnoff that has that also. I know they do vodka, but I thought they had some whiskeys also. That was.
I mean, I haven't seen Smirnoff do a whiskey before because I could be wrong. Let me see. Smirnoff down to Total Wine. Nope, that's vodka they have there in a skinny bottle.
Do like flavored whiskeys.
flavored whiskey. There's Ellington. There's Scatterbrain. Ooh. That could either go bad or it could go bad. But it did win an award. Scatterbrain has a cookie dough whiskey. I do like some cookie dough. I never thought about having cookie dough whiskey.
I've had some cookie dough whiskey. It's actually pretty good.
That might be. It's only $19.99 a bottle too. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's not bad. Can't beat that.
They also got the peanut butter whiskey as well.
Gosh dang, man! I'm trying to think of what the hell.
Going down through here, Ellington has some flavors. They're kind of a.
Of course, I'm on my phone tonight, so I can't look it up.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else too much here.
They've got all kinds of flavors. I can see the bottle, but I can't think of what the freaking name of it is.
Jameson, see Crown. Carlisle. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything like
They do a vanilla. They do a cherry, black cherry. They do all kinds of different flavors.
Let me try vanilla whiskey. Maybe
I was thinking it was Smirnoff for some reason. I know they do vodka, but
Crown Royal has a vanilla whiskey. You sure it wasn't Crown Royal? The short bottle?
No, it wasn't Crown Royal.
Scatterbrain has a dark cherry vanilla whiskey. That's the one I did the cookie dough.
I'm not even sure I've heard of Scatterbrain before.
You'll
know it as soon as you. I mean, once you hear it, you know. Once I hear it, know what it is.
Screwball is peanut butter. Angel's Envy. No,
not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I don't see anything in here that's popping out for that one now.
I'll look it up later and I'll send it to you.
But I am intrigued now to know there's a cookie dough whiskey out there. I may have to give that a try. Just to see what I can put it with. And then, Race, I can't remember what we used. 3 different beers when they were doing the eggnog in the beer. Eggnog French toast. Interesting. Madagascar vanilla beans in my pantry. Use them in next level vanilla special occasions. We have Pog Fresh Fruit Sour from Collective Arts, Molson Export, and No Boats on Sunday Peach Cider. It's a little variety. See, Vanessa does eggnog all year long. See, I can't do it all year long, I don't think.
Yeah.
So to get into like the warmer months,
time, let alone all year round.
Christmas tree is up, but the light's not turned on. Wow. See, that's early. That's way early. You're not even to Halloween yet, and the Christmas tree is already up, but the light's on. Now, if it's something you just put it up, you never take it down. That's one thing. But if you put it up already, I don't know. I feel like that's jumping the gun a little bit, but that's just me. How early is too early to put a Christmas tree up? Is it too early?
I got a Christmas tree down in our basement. It's all decked out in Indiana IU stuff. Ornaments and the whole 9 yards, I keep it up all year round.
Well, see, that's different though. You're not putting it back up though and taking it down, so you just leave it up. Yeah.
I figured it's kind of a sports theme, so I was like, it's fine. I don't want to mess with it. Enough to mess with one tree, let alone 2.
But if you're putting it up and you know you're going to take it down, how early can you do that? That's the question.
Good question.
Yeah. Because I feel like you got to at least get through Halloween. Maybe into that, maybe second week in November. You can have the tree out around when people come over for Thanksgiving dinner, but I feel like that's pushing it still. It's kind of like, going to Walmart and second week in November, and everybody got the Christmas music playing. Like, can we get to Thanksgiving first? Like,
my mom and dad had some friends. They would keep their tree up all year round. All they would do is take some plastic and throw over top of it. It was like in their kind of spare dining room when everyone says it was in an off room or whatever. But I was like, come on, man, at least take it down for a little bit.
I can appreciate that though, because I wouldn't want the hassle of putting it down. We don't even put one up, and it's like if it goes up, I don't want to take it back down to put it back up again. Just leave it
No,
up. Just leave it out there.
that sucks. That
Yeah.
does suck.
Sitting there, you got to get it and untangle the lights and the trim and all that kind of stuff. And you're walking around like Clark Griswold trying to find pieces and parts, figuring what stuff isn't coming on. This bulb is working. This bulb isn't working. Like, yeah. Just put it up and leave it alone. Beer Nog, a new Christmas tradition, the Alkanauts, episode 96. Where you go? Well, pretty soon we'll have the Mad Alfalfa from Trogs that people will be doing videos on that. That always happens every year now.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Pear brandy, a good size serve with eggnog. I would definitely take some pear brandy. That says you will look that episode up, episode 96. There you go. And thank you. There you go. There's the episode right there. Nice. Eggnog, ice cream, beer float sounds good.
Ooh, that does sound good.
There you go. That sounds interesting. I don't know if I'm going to, maybe. I don't know. It might be good. It might be. Can't say. Haven't had it. What do you think, Dave? Eggnog, ice cream, beer float. You in?
I'm a big fan of eggnog. I don't know. I missed the first part of this, so I don't know. I'm going to have to say, yeah. I mean, I ate those Oreo cookie Coca-Cola things, so I think I do the eggnog.
Yeah, that's right. So I actually saw them in my store this week, and I just couldn't pull the trigger. You did a video on the. Tell me about that. Tell me about the experiment there with the Oreo, because I could tell you definitely weren't feeling it in the video, but
no, it was just not good. Like this was just like liquid diabetes. And then my wife found the cookies, and you remember, like, as kids growing up, the candy bottle caps?
Yeah.
These were like the cola flavored bottle caps. So it had like a cola taste to it. And like inside the cream filling of the cookies was like Pop Rock. So as you're eating it, you got like the Pop Rock thing going. No.
Right.
No, just not a fan. Yeah.
You were frozen a little bit, Todd. So I took your frozen picture down there, though.
No, I was messing around with my phone and it kicked me off.
Yeah, I don't know why they need a Coke flavored Oreo out there. I mean, obviously we know Oreo likes to push the envelope and try different things, but I don't know why you needed to try that. Like that just I don't think anybody was craving Oreo and Coke together. Not that I'm aware of.
But it was a limited thing. People are rushing out to buy it. So what do we know? Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Oreo, being on that topic of Oreo, you guys have a favorite Oreo?
I just like the regular Oreo.
You're plain.
I remember like the red velvet one.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Red velvet is probably my favorite. Then after that, birthday cake.
Well, actually, that's pretty good too. I like the peanut butter chocolate one also.
Yeah. Peanut butter chocolate.
Yeah.
The toffee one isn't that bad, actually, that they came out with. That's actually pretty decent. So,
but just kind of like just the plain old vanilla one with the yellow, cookie or whatever too.
So when you were a kid, did you open up the Oreo to lick the cream out from inside, or did you just like eat the cookie as the cookie?
Oh, I opened it up.
You opened it up?
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Dave? Were you opener, or would you just ate the cookie?
I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or what, but you guys are like all freezing. I think you said opening it up or eating it.
Yeah. It looked like you had slowed down a little bit too, but like your cookie, the Oreo. When you were a kid, did you twist it off, or did you actually just eat the cookie?
I opened.
Cookie?
Yeah, I was open,
okay. Yeah.
No, I opened it up. Yeah.
It might be me, Dave. I'm gonna jump back out and come back in.
No, it could be me. I had a couple windows open. I was trying to watch the baseball game at the same time, so I closed the window. So it could be me.
Well, when I dropped off and come back in, now I'm hearing double.
It could be StreamYard. It's not Mr. Obvious. It could be StreamYard screwing up with stuff.
Let me jump out and I'll jump back in.
Yeah, like Wish You Were Beer, they had like a StreamYard issue earlier too.
Yeah. StreamYard's going through some stuff, which is kind of weird since they decided to change up plans and jack up prices on people. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out over the next few weeks or a couple of months, because I know people already started to scout other streaming services. But we'll see. Right now, I'm still okay with it, but there are some nice other ones out there to check out. What is going on? Paul in the house, PA Brew News. Sip it on my cask conditioned dark ale. Glorious. I think Todd's still frozen out there. I'm gonna take him down. I got two of them frozen out down below. I make duck eggnog to order as well. Oh, Vanessa's duck nog takeout. Cheers to PA. Christmas tree is always up on the table, but lights come on at Thanksgiving. Okay, see, it's always up there. So it's like a little light. It's a little Christmas tree thing you have. It's not like a big one you're putting up. Which I'm all understanding. Like the little ones, that works. Cheers. Put this one up in 2022. And hello, PA. Hey, what's up, Michelle? Cheers. Great to see you, my friend. It's been a long time. Hopefully you are doing well. 4-foot tabletop. Better. Yeah. You sound better now, you said? Or it sounds better coming through?
Like you guys were echoing a minute ago. Now it sounds better.
Okay. Are you on the phone or are you on the tablet or the iPad?
On my phone. No, I'm on my phone.
I know sometimes people have issues with the phone version, so at least
they used to. Also, when I was trying to hook back in, I looked on the internet real quick, and it is Smirnoff that does the flavored. It is vodka.
It is vodka, but it's not whiskey. Okay, yeah.
And I was wrong on that. It's flavored vodkas.
Yeah, 4-foot tabletop's actually a pretty tall tree there. I was thinking like a little small one you put on the table. Cheers to Alan, one flight down in the house. Great to see you, my friend. And then if you don't know one flight down right there. Got his little Seclook shirt on. There's the sound of opening a beer, which I'm going to open my beer here in a second. Mine is sitting next to the cat tree, so Forrest sits along the left side of the living room. There you go, a little decoration. Everybody say hello. JT says cheers to Dave. Homemade eggnog ice cream.
Big fan of eggnog ice cream.
There you go. Found a nice ice cream maker for a good price. Never had eggnog ice cream.
I haven't either.
Yeah. We were talking earlier, though. I've had that Evan Williams, and Evan Williams one you can really put down real easy. You got to be careful with that, because that goes down real smooth. Try to fill our mouths with the most pop rocks as possible as kids. Yeah, I think we all definitely been there. The Oreo thins way better than the regular ones. Was a more healthier version, right? You slow the diabetes with those.
Yeah.
Stuff Oreos 4 times. Most stuff Oreos 4 times the filling. Pack sits on my coffee table. Yeah, that's going to raise the diabetes level with those. Yeah.
Oh, well, for to be knocking on your door.
Yeah. Vanilla Oreos are tasty. I like the vanilla.
Yeah, I like those too.
I don't get the Coke Oreo thing. Pumpkin or maple all the way. Yeah, I don't know why they came out with that. Now, they do have pumpkin Oreos, so we do have those that come out seasonally. In fact, they're probably out now in spots. I don't know if they did the maple before one now. I don't know if I've seen the maple. They got the coconut cream one too.
Oh, really? I'd like to try that one.
Yeah, I'm not big on coconut. And unless it's in beer, I don't really mess with coconut for whatever reason. Yeah. Well, unless it's an Indian food too, because I can eat the coconut flavor and they put in Indian food. But what about flaky type stuff? It's like all in your tongue. Yeah, not fan.
What about Samoas?
I can't mess with them. We got the little flaky things, man. Can't mess with those.
I'm gonna tell you what though, me either. But the only way I'll eat Samoas is if you put them in the freezer.
You try to numb out the flavor. I see what you're doing.
You're not eating like a almond joy bar or anything like that.
Because they put them in the freezer, right? They get the whole thing's kind of hard or whatever, so it kind of takes away that texture of that coconut. But the flavor of it's really good.
Yeah.
Try it. You'll thank me later.
I'm a Dipsy Do kind of guy when it comes to the Girl Scout cookies, though.
So you don't like pulp in your orange juice, then?
I can do pulp and orange juice. I can do that. That's fine. Although I do get the no pulp usually, or the low acid as I'm older now.
Yeah,
but I can do it with pulp.
Yeah.
I'm not a pulp and the orange juice kind of guy. I mean, I'll drink it, but I won't buy it.
Well, some beers now with the sours is like pulping your beer. So
I mean, that's true. That's true. Maybe I'll revisit the pulp and the orange juice and see.
I don't know if we have the maple Oreos, Vanessa. I don't know if that was an idea that Alan threw out there, if they actually do exist. The person that knows the most about Oreos is Joe D, because he always posts new stuff when it happens with Oreos. It's crazy how he must know somebody at the factory, because whenever he come out with something new, he'll put a thing on Instagram.
Maple Oreo is probably exclusive to Canada only.
Probably.
Like Vermont, yeah.
just like those ketchup potato chips or something. Yeah.
See, I'd get behind that. I like to dip my chips in ketchup.
The ketchup potato chips weren't bad. I didn't get to try the other ones. I kept forgetting about them.
The mustard ones or whatever.
Was it mustard? That was at the
I think Airbnb. So. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a beer real quick, guys.
All right. Halloween is greater than Christmas, Paul says. Well, Paul's a horror guy, so he definitely likes Halloween. Got a jet, guys. Great to see you all. You too. Have a good one, Ray. And bye. Hey, I'm way ahead of you guys. You're way ahead. I hope you're not laughing us out there. We want you to slow down. You know?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not a race, Stacy. It's not a race.
It's not the race you want to win, for sure.
No, absolutely not.
Well, that's good, Vanessa. Yeah, you always got to be careful with your intake on stuff. Anyway, diabetes be damned. I'm drinking a beer for Power Plays by Off Color, a super malty Baltic porter. Very nice.
I got to grab that one. I haven't been there yet. I need to grab that.
Dark Milky Ways in the freezer. I do like ice cream in the freezer, especially Snickers. Add the Milky Ways to my water bottle carrier bag. It has mole attached. Packs for stuff on the sides. I usually put like some of the Reese's and stuff like that, put them in the fridge, and then have ice cream, break up the peanut butter cup, put them on the ice cream. Yeah. Throw a little caramel on top, maybe a little fudge, maybe some whipped cream. You don't get this figure by just standing around doing nothing. I'm just saying.
You got to work.
You got to work.
You got to work hard for it. You got to work hard for it. It's not as easy as most might think it is.
Yeah. Don't believe what you see on The Simpsons. You can't be like Homer that easy. Maple Oreos are exclusive to Canada, so you do have Maple Oreos up there. Damn it. Paul and hot honey potato. I do have the hot honey potato chips. We actually have the extra hot honey potato chips from Utz. Yeah, Mike's hot honey.
Oh, I haven't seen those.
Yeah. I had the extra hot honey. I got those a couple weeks ago. And they got some other hot honey stuff they're putting into things too. Damn it, Vanessa, you can get us all diabetes here.
Okay.
New England made maple syrup to dunk the Oreos in. That's a fat guy's dream right there. Dunking Oreos in maple syrup. Yeah.
Sign me up.
The extra hot are pretty tasty for sure. So what beer did you crack open there, Dave?
We talked about it maybe a month or so ago on the show. So I had one last one. So I grabbed the Nosferatu from Great Lakes.
Oh, nice.
IPA. So I'm like, I kept this. I knew, one of these days I'm going to be back on. So I grabbed this bust open since I'm back on like a regular shift now and I'm not working nights, so I could come on.
There you go. How's the back doing, by the way?
Back's actually, the last couple of days, the back's been feeling a little better. So hopefully, knock on wood, I'm turning the corner.
Okay. Nice. Good to hear.
So, I mean, it's sore. It's not perfect, but last couple of days, I'm like, this is doable. I could do this.
Yeah. Nice. And then Vanessa said Belgian waffles on the patio Monday. What is going on? Are you running a bed and breakfast now, Vanessa? Like, everybody's going to want to come and stay at your house with all the stuff you're putting out there for sure. Although she would be a good bed and breakfast host. I have no doubt about that. So right now on the poll, we've got 50. Oh, the Swiss one. I was looking at it. First time I had that happen. So I had the various types of stouts on the poll. 50% is now leading for milk stout, 25 for dry Irish, 25 for pastry. And no one chose oatmeal. I like a good oatmeal stout. That nice little smoothness of it.
Yeah.
I got 2 ties that are not
I
there
was gonna say,
now.
why am I on there twice?
Yeah.
Well, where'd you go? Why'd you turn your other one
There
off?
it goes. There it
There
goes.
you go.
No, I had to fix my. Still had my protector case in my phone. It wasn't fitting in to where I could charge it. So I was like, "What the hell?"
Look at that, JV. I'm right on your timestamp, brother. 8:36. 8:36. Cheers. You're not
What's
going
up,
to get
JV?
behind. Not this time. Place of food to our neighbor and smoked meats, getting all the neighbors hooked. Yeah, smoked meat can do that. I'm just going to say, smoked meat can hook some people. So I'm going to go ahead and crack open the Wake Up Dead Imperial from Left Hand. Shout out to Left Hand. Need to get them on for some updates. Great guest to have on. Now, this is the Nitro, I believe. I thought it was a Nitro, right? Might not be the Nitro. Might just be the regular Wake Up Dead. Because they do have a Nitro in bottles. Yep, this is the regular Wake Up. It's just still supposed to pour hard and down the middle. The hard pour, shout out to Shane and Brian, the beer snob there.
Hard pour.
Which I just uploaded that video, our little conversation talking about the hard pour or not the hard pour. How do you pour? What is your preference?
I go back and forth.
See, JT, you're right to my point earlier before you got on there. I can only do 4 groups for the answers. I said I didn't put Imperial Stout because I feel like Imperial Stout would be too easy for people to jump into that one.
Yeah,
Everybody wants that higher ABV. Yeah, so I had to mix it up with other stouts that, make people think a little bit, but Imperial Stout would have been a runaway train if I had to put that out there.
Definitely.
As I'm having one here, of course. Jesus, hey, there's a team. I like their Nitro Stouts Left Hand, more to buy Saturday. Well, there you go. Get out there and buy. Balls in the air, JV. Relief is on the way. There you go. And hello, JV, from Vanessa as well. So, yeah, this is a pretty good one. I've had this in the past before, I think. I think I did. But everything from Left Hand that I've had is usually pretty decent. You were drinking last week, Todd. You were drinking the Left Hand pumpkin.
Yeah. We had the White Russian.
White Russian, yeah.
I think it was the pumpkin latte, maybe. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. Yeah. That is nice roastiness, chocolate. A nice caramel sweetness, a little bit of a burnt appeal on the back end. Definitely layered, nice complexity to it, but it's just slick on that texture with that little caramelly type feel in the body. Hashtag Vanessa Rocks. No, you can't. Hashtag Vanessa Rocks. JV is hashtag awesome. 7 up in the sports ball game.
Which one? We got a couple games going tonight.
Yeah. Well, ain't no games going here in Baltimore because the Orioles are out.
Yeah.
They're out. 2 years out. 2 games out. 4th wild card.
Hey, at least it was in.
Yeah, they get in, but it's like they lost to 1-0 and they lost 2-1. And it was just like, I don't know. They took hits at the pitching rotation for sure, but
better than the shitty Reds that can't even make it anyway. So
yeah, the Reds come out in the first couple months with a little bit of high hopes, and just like, okay, we're back to being the Reds. So.
You're right. Yeah. Never mind. Just kidding.
I mean, who knows? This might be end times for all we know, because you got the Tigers winning. You had the Lions almost in the Super Bowl last season. If the Red Wings going to run, I mean, it could be, if it's all Michigan running stuff, it could be over.
Wolverines won the football championship.
Wolverines won the championship, right? So, yeah. So it's like.
It's possible. It's possible.
Like I said, if we ever get to the Lions and the Browns in the Super Bowl against each other, that's when we know it's just like, we're done.
Yeah.
Where's that asteroid at? It's got to be close now.
You better get all the barrel-aged shit you've been hiding in the cupboard. You better just drink that now.
Drink up. You gotta drink up.
Definitely party like it's 1999. Yeah, just get everything out. Oh, let's see here. So I actually did take a look at some stuff 'cause I was trying to find some topics that might be interesting to talk about for tonight. And obviously, one of the big things, and you can't not talk about it because it's just like kind of how crazy it was. But they got organizations now underway to help a lot of North Carolina breweries. Many of them affected. There was a lot. I don't know if you saw Highwire. Highwire was like pretty much totaled out, like destroyed, like underwater and stuff.
I was gonna say it was pretty much up to the roof, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were one of the ones that were really under. New Belgium, I think, escaped some of the stuff they had. There was another one, I think it might have been called Krydos, that kind of escaped, but there was definitely some that were definitely hit, and they've been trying to get stuff going down there. And obviously not just the breweries, but everybody involved. Because I mean, every time you turn on the news the last few days, like the death toll went higher, and they're still looking for people.
Yeah.
Just a tragic event. I'm trying to think back to all the other hurricanes that happened before. Obviously, we had Katrina. It was probably the biggest one that I remember before that happening like that. But relatively, I mean, that was just like, this was different because it just caught people off guard. It was hitting spots like you didn't expect to get hit. Like, it was,
like Asheville. Yeah.
It was just like, and then by the time it wrapped up, it was by Todd and Shannon up there in that area, Cincinnati, where I used to be. So it's like, no hurricane ever ends up just here at the end, like it's usually out in the Atlantic somewhere, so.
Yeah, my cousin's in Asheville. So I was checking on her over the weekend, and like her and her husband left town. They're like, we got to go. So Friday they got in the car, and I have another cousin in Alabama. So they were going to go stay with him. And they were like, the only road out of town was through South Carolina. So they had to kind of go a roundabout way. But she texted me a picture of the place she works. And she's like, I don't know if I have a job coming home, because like the building, the water was like almost up to the roof.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, that's just messed up.
That's devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the one company that's now, I guess, I don't know if it's still sued. I don't think anybody filed a lawsuit after them yet, but they're being investigated. But they made like 11 of their employees like stay there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like 2 of them got out, and then like another, I think it was like 5 were missing, or 4 or 5 were missing. 2 had died, and other stuff. But it was just like crazy. Like who would like to make? I mean, it wasn't like it was a hospital or what fire department or a police. Like it wasn't a place where you had to have necessity of people actually be there.
Yeah, it was like an auto detailing or something like that.
Yeah.
It was nothing like essential to, life. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of like crazy to see that happen there. But then he's like I don't know. It's always hard, right? Because I'm always like, if you get the warnings, you should try to heed them. And like some people were like, we should have left and we didn't leave. Like, and it's just like, then you're like, well, you should have left, but then it's like, you don't expect it to hit there either. You're kind of like, because flip a coin any day of the week, and usually you could beat the weatherman on the coin toss, right? So you're kind of like, the trust is sometimes not there for some people, but I think you got to heed on the side of safety. But I saw like one video, and these people were in a house where the water came up, and it was like probably about like 5 or 6 feet. They were just in their living room, like they couldn't go anywhere, and they were just like sitting around, like they were just there, like they didn't know what to do. It was just crazy.
I share a picture? Can I share a picture on this? Because I'll put the picture that my cousin sent me. How do you do that here?
Yeah. Just under the settings, or I think it's the share down there at the bottom. What's it say on your screen there? Like to present.
I got like mute, stop cam, settings, present, and studio.
Present.
Present. Okay. Slides. Here, let me go to my computer, see if I can share this real quick. It only supports like PowerPoint and PDF. So doesn't it have like a present for share screen? Like if you open up one of your screens, you can share that screen and I can pull it up. Shit, I can't even watch a football game on my screen or a baseball game. You want me to do that? I'll text it to you, Rod. And
Come on, Dave.
Let's see. Which one are you texting it to? Instagram or Facebook or
your cell phone?
Oh, well, I'm not on a cell phone for here.
Right. You want me to do it on Instagram?
Oh no, I can do it. Actually, you can put it there.
All right.
I can shoot it back over.
All right.
Let's see. Just wait for it to pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so was it just her down there, or was anybody else that was with her?
It's like her and her husband. So like she waited for him to get off of work, and she's in an apartment on like the second or third floor. So she's like, our place was good, but she's like, yeah, they just bailed.
Let me see here. And then what I'll do is I'll email that to me and I can pull it up on here. Yeah, like Tennessee, that was the other spot. Like Tennessee wasn't used to that. That was like crazy for them.
You kind of expected in like Miami, New Orleans, stuff like that. When you were that far inland, I don't think anybody expects that.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's like grumpy old men here trying to figure out technology, the three of us.
Well, I got it here. It's just waiting for it to show up on my email.
All right.
All right, there we go. Let's see here. Share screen. Window. No. Tab. There we go. All right. So here it is here. We'll blow it all the way up. There you go. No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, I think it's stroking down because of my screen on here.
Yeah.
But you can. So that's like, was that like a restaurant? How like?
No, it's like a co-op, like a food place. So
Okay.
she was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm even gonna have a place to come back to when I get back to when they get back home.
So her place is like on the hill looking down on it. Then I guess.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is definitely pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just imagine seeing that. And they were showing like somebody else that was looking at the door when they were watching the water come down. And then all of a sudden they're like, get back. And they start running back. And you just see it coming out like it was Brother Where Art Thou when the flood came in. It was just like all came gushing down through there. Yeah. But
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. So if you get a chance and you want to support, you can definitely do. There's different stuff being put out there, but also if you're drinking beer, think of some of the breweries that are down to that area, the High Wires and the what's that, New Belgium? New Belgium's like a big one now. They still have their location down
Sierra's
there.
out there.
Yeah, Sierra's out there, Chico Hills, North Carolina. So, and a lot of them are contributing, helping out too.
Yeah, Wicked Weed, they're out
Wicked
there.
Weed, yeah.
I'm wondering if the High Wire here is doing anything for them.
I would think they're probably doing something, yeah.
I can imagine some kind of donation of some sort, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Because the High Wire where you're at is actually kind of their offshoot, because they're based out of South Carolina. It's their original, I think.
Yeah. Well,
so I think
I thought the original was in Asheville, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Asheville. That's where that was.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Nashville or Asheville?
No, in Asheville.
Yeah, Nashville. That's what. Yeah, and that's the one that got hit. So when they opened up that one in like outside Louisville, that was like an annex from them, from their main thing. Because that's when back in the day we had one of their people on the show here. So yeah.
Because now they got like 4 or 5, I think now.
Yeah. But thoughts out. I always hate saying thoughts on because I don't know. I'm not going to get into that whole argument. It's kind of like help out if you can. Dude, there's different stuff. There's different ways you can definitely help out. Yeah.
American Red Cross, anything.
Yeah, I know a lot of places running like the blood drives and things like that and everything. If you can't give anything, you got that kind of stuff. Or again, if you're buying beer, maybe check some of the stuff that you might get out in North Carolina in your local stores. Mm-hmm. Throw money into that, possibly give some of those guys a shot, things along those lines. Active action. Another interesting thing was so Species X Beer Project out of Columbus. They actually use AI to create its brews. Well, they're closing now. So, so if you ever wonder, is it demand or the machine who can outdo what? I mean, the machine has failures too, because the machine was making things that they thought would be the quality that people will want to come to the brewery, and they couldn't even stay open.
We were just talking about them a couple months ago, I think.
Yeah, when they were coming up with some of the recipes and everything like that.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
It's just, it's just the sense of things out there. It's kind of like all the breweries are going to go through it. A couple of other breweries I'm going to mention here in a second. It's just,
I wouldn't see how like an AI thing would work anyway, because I feel like that's kind of the element of like the human element. You know what I mean? Like in making beer, food, whatever. Like you can't just have like if you have a machine doing it, you're basically just like doing SpaghettiOs. You know what I mean? Like the same thing over and over and over and over. It's not the.
SpaghettiOs is still going though. I'm going to say.
No, I know. But I like SpaghettiOs. I ain't knocking them because I eat them all the time. I like them too.
The one with the wieners, I don't see it, but the meatball ones are still out there.
Oh yeah.
I'll still eat some Chef Boyardee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beefaroni.
Yeah. But the if you got the AI and AI is going through and it's saying, it's pulling data and it feels like a lot of people are going towards that sours area, right? And they see like strawberries is the most used fruit and everything. They're going to come up with a strawberry sour maybe. Or so it's pulling data that's out there, but that doesn't mean the consumer's going to come and buy because at the same point, a lot of consumers are cutting back on beer or some aren't drinking beer depending on the generation, right? So the computer's only as good as the data it actually can pick up, but it doesn't have the full understanding of everything else taking place.
Man, I'm sure all breweries, and I don't know if they do it, and I'm just speculating, so don't take my word on it, but you'd have to imagine like a brewery like, say, Hop Butcher by me, who puts out like 3 or 4 different beers a week. They have to know, okay, hey, this beer with cashmere hops sold really well, so we're going to put more stuff out with that. So,
right.
I mean, the data has to be out there to adapt it and put new products out to market.
Yeah. Well, depending on maybe how the message is also getting out, I'll say. So you take like the Hop Butcher example, they get the stuff out there, but they also have the thing where they get a lot of that stuff out into like some of the YouTubers' hands and that they kind of talk about different beers. They get kind of a groundswell behind it, right? Like, so people, even if they haven't had a Hop Butcher, they may have heard about Hop Butcher here or there or saw a video pop up. I don't think anybody knows like the one that we were talking about, that other brewery. It's kind of like no one knows that name, right? Too. So that's going to also be something maybe counted against them, unless you're in that Columbus area where you get to see it. So, yeah. But Hop Butcher's definitely, I mean,
getting beer in a YouTuber's hands. I live down the street from Hop Butcher.
I got hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. I moved to Maryland and I got kind of cut off. Or I don't think it's sent to Maryland or what, but I haven't. Yeah, ever since I moved here.
I'm wondering if they're doing that anymore because I haven't really seen Joe doing Hop Butchers.
I just saw. I think it was. Did Kyle just get a box? I don't know if Kyle. It might have been Kyle. I know Ridge did. Ridgeopolis got something. Okay. And then a couple of other guys. So yeah, they's got a good thing here. Beginning of October, I saw a few of the guys. So
I walk in there with a beer in front shirt, a hat. I got more beer in front shit, and I walk in there and here's my credit card.
They're like,
yeah. You gotta walk in with the Beer Media Group shirt now.
Yeah, I have those. Yeah, later, I have those.
Yeah, the Beer Media Group was what you need to walk in with. So, it's the latest product now coming to the shop. For those of you watching, I've looked at the shop stuff. I'm actually about to drop the old Letterman jackets out there with different logos. So, this will be pretty cool. Let's get into the fall season. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, welcome. Work was a beast, huh?
It always is, honestly.
Yeah. I'm just glad that you're back doing it, though. So
I am so sorry that it took me so long, but I got here as fast as I could. So.
It's all right. Like, Mal, you're here for free. It's okay.
Fair enough.
All right, they had the pinch hitter in from Chicago. So I guess it's time for me to leave. Yeah.
and cheddar.
No, it is great to have you, my friend. Are you drinking anything yet, or did you get comfortable?
I am about to have a Love Amplify India Pale Ale with Rakau, Ruwaka, and Vic's Secret Hops from Liquid Love Brewing Company. 6.9% ABV with the coolest can art. I love it.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah.
Super pretty. So I have had it before. It's a lovely hazy, super fruit forward, very juicy. So loving this one.
Juicy. I haven't got that sound bite yet, so I got to say it.
I am
Juicy.
about to pour it into the most gorgeous.
Oh, look at that glass.
I've ever owned.
Well, you got another one now too, so you got two.
Actually, I have three.
Well, you have three because you probably that's not for you, Chew. Just put it down.
So he doesn't get to have my
that's a backup.
Just in case. Just in case.
Just in case.
Rod J in your right here.
My glass might be coming with the Hot Butcher stuff.
Yeah. Just looking at her. Maybe you guys didn't get my address. No.
Yeah. Y'all lose something? What's going on here?
Dave's walking by the front. I'm a beer tuber. I have a podcast.
Send it to this address, please.
Oh, yeah. Party like the day
like
before Y2K.
No, it's like the Who's from Horton Hears a Who. We are here. We are here.
Yeah.
We are here. Keep shouting it. At some point, the sound's going to get through.
Yeah. Yeah, like he doesn't see me over here. I know you see me over here. I'm beer in front.
Don't pretend I'm not here. I know you see me.
I gotta say though, baseball in trouble. TV ratings for the World Series have never been lower. 4.7 last year compared to the high of 32, 19.8. Yeah, I mean, baseball's one of those sports. You got to be a diehard to really stick with it. Baseball's an easy one. Turn on the game. Let me go up and get this. I'm grabbing some chips or beer. Or I'm doing something else. I'm reading a book over here. I'm listening in the background. Like that's one of those sports you're not always focusing 100%. It doesn't hold your attention all the way through. So I think people can get bored out. Plus, I get frustrated now when I watch it because of all the bad plays I'm seeing by umps, all the bad calls that take place. And it's just like, I'm like, bring the machine in. I'm to this point. I'm like, put the machine behind all
horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go with the robot or AI. Do something like it. Human element. That's terrible.
And the catchers are messing with them now too, because the catchers will get it down and they call it framing.
Yeah,
they'll catch it and they'll pop it in real quick before it's just like they know it's just like terrible. So and I just saw like when the Orioles were playing this past week, they called one outside. He called it a strike, and the Blue Jays, Royals, the Royals person catcher put it in like it was there, but it wasn't, and it cost them an out, like in an important part of the game. And it's just like. And the announcer's like, I cannot believe he called that out there. And they were like, well, the catcher framed it, and
he was good at doing what he did. I mean,
give him props for what he's doing, what he needs to do. So, yeah.
That reminded me, I was flipping through the TV earlier, and was the movie Leslie Nielsen was an undercover, but he was umping.
Oh, Naked Gun?
Naked, yeah. He's like, strike, and everybody's like cheering. He's like, yeah, and all of a sudden he starts dancing, and everything halfway forward was like a strike. I feel like that's baseball now. That's exactly what it's like. Okay.
Well, can we just have like a whole team of Leslie Nielsens as all of the umpires? Because I think that would make it way more fun for everybody.
Well, you do. You have that Bananas team. If you ever watch the Bananas,
the Savannah,
they dance and do all kinds of stuff.
Savannah Bananas.
Yeah. The flash flooding took out like crazy the town. Like they were showing some videos of some places in towns where it's just like the before and the after, and it's just like wiped out. Let's see here. So we did have a thing here. So in Baltimore, we had two of our breweries, Key Brewing and Monument City. And I feel like this could be something you may see other breweries do at a point. They actually merged to improve efficiency and expand their product lines, but they're keeping their individual identities and branding still. So they're basically sharing equipment, but still going to be separate as far as that stuff. And it seems like with things tightening up, it's kind of like you can see like coming together like that. So that was kind of interesting to see that just happen.
Well, right now, Liquid Love is sharing space with Foreign Exchange Performance brewing out of Liquid Love Space. And I know Black Lung was brewing out of Zoom Beer's space. I know I actually several different breweries started out of Zoom Beer's space. Now that I think about it, I think Larry shared a bunch. But I mean, it's been common practice to get started that way, but I can see it coming full circle and being more common now.
Yeah. Yeah. With everything, like some of the contraction points and stuff out there, it makes sense to go ahead and kind of do that. If you want to do that, kind of like a co-op type situation. So, But even like in Pennsylvania, where they've recognized stuff, they actually just awarded just almost $517,000 in grants to different breweries to help them boost the industry. So for different development, research, hop production, all kinds of different things. So they're seeing a need there to help out the brewing industry, and hopefully other states will see if there's things like that as well. Now, you may see your beer prices go up, just saying. I mean, we've seen it go up before, but I don't know if you guys know there's a strike taking place right now. If you haven't heard about it, with the dock workers.
Yeah.
Impacting basically fresh fruit, and they're saying beer, wine, and alcohol. So they're saying you could even see as high of a markup of 80% on imported beer and wine. I don't know what it'd be domestically.
That's crazy.
That come through the East and the Gulf ports because of what's taking place there. So if you're that
ended today, I saw online that they agreed to like stop at certain points. I didn't see the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's no more strike?
I didn't read the full article.
Yeah.
Either way, let the workers get their money.
Yeah. Let them get their money. Yeah.
Right.
So
I'm Sally Ray right here. I'm Sally Ray.
but even so, most of the folks on this channel right now are proponents for drinking local, and drinking local means you will not have a slowdown in your beer. So
True.
Just
Very
saying.
true.
Well, you shouldn't, unless there's something gets screwed up with the whole Ukraine Russian thing, and they keep messing with grain stuff, and it starts slowing production on stuff.
Okay, that could be a thing, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Riverbend Malt Company in Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, something I thought I would never see, even though we know non-alcoholic beer is on the rise. You're thinking there's got to be some spot where it's not at, right? Well, not anymore, because even at Oktoberfest, the growing demand for non-alcoholic beer has started to come. So even there, they want some of the NA beers to be in play, which is kind of funny because we all know the Reinkenbach rule. The NA beer wouldn't be under it, but they're allowed NA beers, I guess, to start coming into Oktoberfest. So, it's a small world. Make it fun for everybody, I guess, but it's just kind of interesting. Because you just think there's one spot that they would not have it at. You would think it'd be Oktoberfest, but not anymore. Not anymore. Mal's got her head down there.
I mean, that's good for the DDs, I guess,
Yeah. They don't have DDs in Germany.
Not Germany, no.
They just put you on a donkey and slap the mule on the ass to take you home.
You're like, off you go.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
guys, it's been lovely stopping in, but my soul is broken and I need to leave now. I mean, there are other non-alcoholic things that the DDs can have, and no, seriously, Oktoberfest. It's like saying St. Patrick's Day doesn't get whiskey. What is wrong with people? I know.
Crazy.
I'm having a breakdown. I can't wrap my head around this right now.
Yeah, it's a shocker, but it's Oktoberfest is now on that NA map.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna get over this.
Shame.
I think this is worse than when you sent me to the online dictionary of
Urban Dictionary?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is worse. I think this is worse.
What's next? No milk and cookies at Christmas time?
You gonna tell me Santa Claus ain't real?
You're right. What? Yeah. What?
Santa Claus is lactose intolerant. He can't.
You know, Santa Claus isn't drinking no NA beers.
I'm actually having an NA one right now.
Well, see, you go. There you go. Yeah. So how is the Black Butte, by the way? Because that's one of my lists.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Order that's really good. I grabbed a 6-pack. I'm going to do a video. I'll shoot it tomorrow sometime and get it out, but that's good.
Yeah, because Joe liked it from the Beer Patrol as well. Like I said, I didn't get back to the store where I saw that before because I know you said if I saw it to let you know, but you got it before I did there. Yeah.
I haven't seen it, in the poor state of Indiana, Kentucky that I'm in, and can't get no good beers anyway. So
I think Mal still needs a moment here.
Mal needs a moment. The Oktoberfest and non-alcoholic beer is really blowing her mind right now.
which is why we had to drive an hour and a half to Ohio to get some decent beer haul.
And the beer haul you did. I need to get another beer.
I don't.
Yeah, me too. Oh, you're gone. I'm gone too. I go get one.
I'm gonna get another beer.
Well, I'm having a breakdown.
No, we got you and Dan. We let the Chicago kids handle it right now.
There you go. Yes.
You want to be in a live stream? Okay.
Yes, I do. Thank you for asking. Oh, not me. Sorry.
Do you want me to pick you up? Oh, fuck no. I took her out to poop right before the show started, so I thought I'd be okay.
You were speaking so calmly and nicely. I thought maybe it was a toddler until you said you took her out to poop, and then I was like, maybe it's not a toddler.
I just drag her out. Yeah, put a leash on her. Yeah. Just go shit in the lawn. Go ahead, girl.
Well, that's what I do with the husband, so.
You're a good girl. Yes, you are. You're a good girl. Mommy will be home soon.
There you go.
You two can't leave at the same time anymore. Dave just talked to his dog the whole time instead of me.
But speaking of
a toddler that he puts on a leash, I'm not sure which. I'm a little concerned, actually.
I've seen those at airports before, people.
Yeah.
Get over here, Timmy. Yeah.
Considering how toddlers are, it's not the worst idea. People are too distracted now. I'm on board, actually. I was a teacher, and I'm like, no. If I could have had a leash for all those fuckers, yeah. That would have helped.
Yeah.
They don't like it when I say, is your kid a rescue?
How did he know he was adopted?
No. They rescued us.
Oh shit. Oh. Let me see here. JT said hello to Mal. Mal got here. What up, Rod? Got Dee Dee in the house. Somebody proved that for wiped out. Rod looking into Baltimore when he touched base with you. Yeah, let me know for sure. Yeah, we were talking about Astro earlier, just the craziness of it all. It's a shame. Dr. Dee Dee, and then LTNS. I don't know. That's code for something.
Lesbian, transgender, neutral, and sibling. I ran out of stuff.
Right on, solidarity, Dave. There you go. Yeah. Cheers. Pay the people. What's the sense of a non-alcoholic Oktoberfest? I don't remember the crazy stuff I did the night before, right?
That's right.
Camping video up tomorrow. We did enjoy some camp beverages while we were there. Cheers. Well, nice. Look forward to that on Paul's PA Outdoors couple channel with him and his girl. If you haven't seen it, check it out. What's up? We're smoking. Cheers. Welcome to the channel. Trez is in the house. Cheers, Trez.
What's up, Trez?
Welcome in, homie. And JT, long time no see, y'all. LOL. Yeah. Because we're here every week. Every week we're here.
In response to Double D not wanting to remember crazy stuff, Chu and I have a sign above our front door as we're leaving the house that says, I can't wait to be ashamed of everything I do this weekend.
Well, there you go.
We stick by that, man.
Yeah.
We stick by that.
There you go. It's a lot of pressure, though. Now you got to live up to it.
Yeah.
I mean, our problem is it's not just contained to the weekends; it's weekdays too.
Well, yeah. 7 days a week.
All sorts of shit.
So you need to put a sign next to it. Watch your children.
No, you need a sign that says unattended children will be given an espresso and a puppy. That's like my favorite sign ever.
Let me see. Well, speaking of NA beer, tomorrow, or I think it was tomorrow, Firestone Walker is breaking out their 805, their new non-alcoholic craft offering. So now they're got that out there. So, yeah, more and more coming out with it. And of course, this week you can't talk beer without talking about the president that turned 100, who basically his legislation started the craft beer boom, right? So a lot of people give credit to Jimmy Carter for the brewing interest in home and craft brewers, and without him and the Home Brewing Act that got passed, that he signed off on, we all reap the benefits now. That end up getting stuff going with a lot of the other breweries that we've come to love and enjoy. So make sure you raise a glass to Jimmy Carter this week if you haven't done though thus
Cheers,
far.
happy birthday.
Billy Beer.
Yeah. Which is actually kind of amazing that Jimmy made it to 100, because I know if he'd make it, because this has not been a good week for like celebrity type figures. Yeah. Don't you shortchange him like you did Betty White, because Betty White was almost there. So I'm thinking Jimmy might not make it, but he made it.
But he's the only president of all time to make it to 100 years old.
Yeah.
None of them have done that. And I mean, I know every, term in the presidency takes 10 years off your life, as they say, but yeah. Hey, congrats, man. You survived.
I'm gonna credit it to the peanut farming that he did back then. So lots of nutrients. Heavy Seas Bourbon Barrel Aged Chocolate Volcano Chocolate Dessert Stout.
Fancy.
So still keeping it sessionable, 10.5% ABV on this one here. Going back to the poll, right now milk stouts are leading at 42%. We got dry Irish up to 33 now, so that pulled in the second. Pastry at 17. And we do have something out there for oatmeal at 8 now. Nobody was voting oatmeal stout earlier. I don't know why. I like a nice oatmeal stout. People might not be as familiar with it. I don't know. But right now, milk is definitely still the leading one. So crack this open. But yeah, 100 years old for Jimmy Carter, whose brother had Billy Beer, right? So there we go.
I'm pretty sure I won't make it.
So. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Billy Beer right there. Perfect timing. Oh, that's nice. Like a reddish type color to it. I don't think it comes through as much on the screen.
And that's full too. Nice. Never been opened.
Never been opened. Collector's edition right there.
What do you think it tastes like if they actually popped it open now?
It's definitely stale.
Yeah. Like moldy and everything else.
You got any cardboard around? Just try that. You'd be like, yep, that's what it's going to be like. So I don't know if anybody goes to Costco here. Anybody go to Costco? Costco.
I do, sometimes.
I really go. So I haven't been to Costco since I left Kentucky. But in Kentucky, you don't need that membership to go into the liquor part. So you can go into the liquor part without a membership because they can't have membership for that. If you do go to Costco, one beer is getting attention out there. The Kirkland Signature Vintage Ale. Imperial Stout, and it's done by Deschutes. I didn't have enough room to put all the details about it, but it sounds really good. And get this, 22-ounce bottle. Remember the bomber? It's a bomber. And they're spotting it out there for $9.99.
I'm hitting the Costco tomorrow.
That's a deal.
I was going to say, guess where I'm going tomorrow. Guess where I'm going tomorrow.
That's the deal. So this article just came out, I think yesterday or the day before. So if you go to a Costco, see if you can find this beer if you have a liquor section for your Costco, because apparently this is the deal. This deal, people are talking about this beer all over the place on a lot of different things. So yeah.
Note to self.
Yeah. Which everybody talking about the Kirkland thing. Like Kirkland is that generic Costco brand, but they get like professional stuff that does everything. Like the Costco liquors are done by really good distilleries. And so
their vodka's really good.
Yeah. And if you look like in the fine print,
vodka and a French, like the French, it's the big bottle. It's like $19.99. That's a really good vodka for the price.
Yeah. When they were saying like their brand was way better than like the Grey Goose and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't know how they're able to get it discounted the way they do. Trader Joe's does the same thing with stuff where you can get like a Trader Joe's vintage ale for like $5.99 when they're 25-ounce bottles, but it's done by Unibrew, and it's like if that was an Unibrew on the label, you're probably paying $15, $20 or something. So
easy. Yeah.
But yeah, if you're going to Costco this weekend or tomorrow or whatever, definitely
go tomorrow.
See if you might find that in there. Just like, pardon me, sir, do you have the Kirkland signature ale?
I'll see if I get like that Rod J deal where I get that.
Yeah.
No kidding. Damn it, Rod! We told you not to say anything.
And then speaking of Breckenridge, so this is interesting. So Breckenridge, who everybody knows kind of out there in Colorado, first craft brewery out there, they're actually going to be moving their large-scale production from Fort Collins to another Tilray facility in an effort to eliminate areas of duplication within the organization. So this is another one that's under Tilray brands that is now getting squeezed down. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with them. They still have their brew pub location open, but they are going to be having some shrinkage there. And then, fortunately, some people are going to be let go, it looks like. And then I had a surprise one. O'Fallon Brewery. This is out in Tom's area, the Beer Whisperer, St. Louis. If you ever had O'Fallon beer, they're pretty decent beers. They're actually closing its doors and they're going to be auctioning off their brewing equipment. So they're calling it quits. So that was like
$6 million. If you got like $6 million in your checking account.
Well, no, that's Anderson. If you have 7.9, you could buy Anderson Valley. I think that one on set. They're putting up on the block. So kind of interesting to see. Because O'Fallon, they were like one of the bigger ones out of St. Louis. I mean, take out Budweiser, right? They're like, yeah, we're going to close our doors and we're going to call it a career and we'll be auctioning off brewing equipment. So interesting. And then the last one, a name you may have not heard for a number of years. Remember that brewery Platform Beer Company?
Oh yeah.
And they got bought out by AB InBev and stuff like that. Well, now one of the co-founders is named CEO of a British-based homebrew device company. So he's going to be actually doing some stuff there. But hopefully his career lasts longer than what they did there, because they didn't last long at Platform. Although they were one of those breweries that came in, they said, hey, if they ever get the big offer, they were taking a check. So they never made anything about like they weren't going to do that. So within 5 years like that, they got the check from AB InBev and they were going to AB InBev and ended up closing it down because I think their quality fell off and that led to their sales falling off. But they were good at becoming a brewery for a while.
Big macros take over.
Yeah. So, but yeah, some interesting stuff there from some of the things out there. There were some other companies or breweries that are closing too, but that's just part of the cycle taking place right now. So we've also got some that are buying some spots out there, but those ones that kind of jumped out to me, like I said, because those are names you can commonly hear out there that are kind of like, wow, that's a surprise. So yeah, no one is immune.
I feel like now you're starting to see some of the drop off in breweries, which probably we thought was going to happen 5-6 years ago, because eventually you figure it was just going to plateau and just bottom out. Now I feel like you're starting to see a lot of them drop off.
Yeah.
And it could be because the macros are buying them out, and they don't give two shits about that now. So
it just means in 4 years when I open mine, they'll be on the uptick again. See?
There you go. Yes.
There you go. Yeah. Bucks and Birds in the schoolyard shootout, 17-14 with 10 in a second. I don't even think you watched football, JT. Look at you. Yeah, I mean, going through that thing, so it's like it goes here, is right, then it starts to come back up. So catch it on the right time. It's like the old Buccaneer pirate ride at the amusement park. It just goes back and forth. Yeah.
That was the only ride I can get my dad on. That was the only thing he would ride.
Y'all are laughing about it, but I got fingers crossed, man. I'm hoping.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm planning correct on the timing there.
Oh, yeah. I think it's I mean, it's going to go through its waves and stuff, but yeah, it's beer's been around 5,000 BC, right? So we know beer's not going anywhere, but we know attitudes and what fluctuates. So and appetites and things like that. So it's you get a feeling out. I mean, even like they always say, like the younger people aren't drinking as much, but I know young people that still drink. So yeah.
I know a lot of young people that drink way too much.
Yeah, they're still out there trying to do stuff.
That is for sure.
I tell them, you can't hang with me, son.
You're
I've been doing this for years.
Yeah. It's a lot of experience on you. You can cry all you want, but it's not going to happen.
You ain't built this way. your generation, everybody got trophies. Not us. We had to win, son. We went for the long run.
we had to prove a point. We had to prove it to everybody.
Everybody got a trophy.
With no participation, it's either do or don't.
I admit freely, I never received a participation trophy, and I about that fact.
I'm probably the oldest person in this room, and I remember I had a participation trophy for like bowling back when I was 7. So this was like 1974.
That was a thing.
I was a shitty bowler, and I won like a trophy. I'm like, what's this for? I came in like 10th, but I had a trophy.
I did not know. I mean, maybe that was a special school that you were at where they gave kids stuff or whatever. not that way, Todd. Not that way. I'm not saying it was that way. I'm just saying it might have been.
Damn, right.
You rode the short bus, is what he's saying.
Damn.
I'm saying it might have been.
Did they drop you off too while he's bowling? What the deal was?
Why do you treat your guests this way?
Dave, I wouldn't show back up anymore.
I was in the car drinking Schlitz.
Yeah, I wouldn't come back on the show anymore just because.
I know, right? I'm thinking about it myself.
That's not what I meant. But there are some programs where it's like everybody gets a win or whatever, But yeah.
Too late now.
Not on this show.
Not on this show. Not on this show.
Not everyone's winning here.
Just give it your all or tough shit around here,
We're just getting ripped down every 2 seconds.
Either drink your beer or you don't.
It's like an Ellen DeGeneres moment or what?
It's tough love. It's tough love. So
exactly, yes.
Okay, Ellen.
Dave's like, oh, look at the time. I gotta go. It's the time to go now.
Oh, my back is killing me.
Oh, too funny.
I gotta get on there. I gotta get on here for this shit.
I said I was special. Do you think I was special? Ruby like, yeah, you're special.
Let me go see if Wish You Were Beer is still running. I might go back on their show. Shit.
It's like, oh, look, they even sent the bus to pick me up.
Oh my goodness!
But it's a lot smaller than the other buses I've seen.
Did you see the video with the one kid and
Nice segue, yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I saw that.
It was the kid in front of his front yard. And he's with like one of the older guys or his dad or like he's like, what is that? It's like, that's the bus. Like, what do you mean that's the bus? That's not the bus. Like, it was a long yellow bus. He's like, yeah. He's like, no, the buses are shorter than that. He's like, when I rode the bus, it was smaller. Yeah, well, there you go.
He asked if we saw the video. He's just talking from real life experience right now. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. No. NFL fan since a kid. Probably AFL. Oh, there you go. AFL before it joined the NFL. Won a chess trophy once. Top C Mardi Gras tournament 1987.
What does top C mean?
I was thinking top chess Mardi Gras, maybe.
Or maybe it's like the league level or something.
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
She wants to know more. JT, let her know. What is the top C? Why not top A?
My mouth is like burning. I ask questions.
Chess is a fun game. I haven't done it in years, but chess is always strategic, fun. I think we talked about chess before in the show, but never did the speed chess, but I was in a chess club for a point.
That's one thing I never really got into playing, chess.
I got a trophy on that as a kid too.
Did you really?
Came in
cool.
12. Yeah.
It's 12.
What the hell school were you at?
It was in the Spain. It was in the suburbs.
Was it a trophy or like a ribbon?
Yeah.
Is it a medal?
They're like, there, we got extras. You can have one. You can have one. You can have one too.
It was one of those medals that you pin on, though. It wasn't like the 9-year ones.
Yeah, it was 50 years ago. I mean, I drank a lot since then. Yeah.
Yeah, we in New Jersey growing up, we never had anybody have participation trophies at any of the stuff that we did. So it was like,
where I grew up, the only ribbons given out were to pigs at the county fair.
Yeah. Now you can get ribbons. You can get ribbons for track events. You can get ribbons.
Oh, please! I haven't run since I was 8. God, are you kidding me? There's an apocalypse. No. No.
Do you get an award from back in the day when we were kids? And you do the president's workout thing or whatever. What was that thing we had to do?
Oh yeah,
how many sit-ups you can do in a minute? How many push-ups you can do in a minute? It was
climb the rope and all that. Whatever. Yeah. What was that? What was that called? I remember
it was
that.
a presidential fitness thing or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. God, I hated that.
I don't think schools have it anymore. And guess what? Kids got fatter. Just saying. No correlation now. No correlation.
Like in gym, you have to climb the rope to the top.
Yeah.
People would fall and die if they did that now.
No kidding.
You mean to tell me that half inch that 3-inch mat wouldn't break the fall?
I actually liked the rope climb. I was okay at that. But otherwise, I failed PE. I'm sorry. I can't think of a single year. Well, I mean, I got like a D. Like, I survived it. But no.
That was the one thing I couldn't do was the rope climb.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I was good at that one.
I didn't have the upper body strength to pull my fat ass up the rope.
I didn't have upper body strength, but I was very tiny. We even had the little bell at the top. So when you
you rang the bell. Yeah.
I was a kid that was like, get up and be like, my feet would still touch the ground. And I was like, I'm done. On to the next.
They used to put out the springboard in gym class. What they even put out, we kind of would take it out, but it would be someone would leave it out, and then we would bring it out over to the basketball court, and you put the springboard in front so you can like hit the springboard and then dunk the ball when you were younger.
Oh yes, yeah. We used to do that too. The good old days.
Big Daddy with the son of a juice from Maplewood. Cheers, my friend.
I got extra credit in gym class by singing the national anthem at different gym events.
You got extra credit for that?
I did anything I could to pass gym because I was not.
Gym is not a hard class. I mean, I see kids nowadays that opt out. Like, how do you opt out of gym? How do you?
No, I wasn't allowed to opt out because Illinois has it required that you have to have all your years of PE in order to get a diploma.
Yeah.
But like I was on swim team, so I was getting exercise. Like it wasn't like I was opposed to exercise. I didn't like group sports with people I hated, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Because honestly, I was not popular in school and I was treated very, very poorly. I'm pretty sure I was called horse face for about 6 years.
Oh, no.
So I wanted nothing to do with it, man. I was out.
Yeah, our daughter hated gym.
Yeah.
She hated gym.
When we were kids, we couldn't opt out. Nowadays, kids can opt out, but when we went, you couldn't get out of it. Pretty much, you had to pretty much do it. Which I liked. Gym. It was fun. It was always a good time. But speaking of games and not you get people you don't like, they'd be like, "Okay, we're gonna line up play dodgeball." Hell yeah!
Rear back and throw it as hard as you can. Like, all right.
That one person, no, you're on that team. You are on that team. I don't know what you got to be on that team. I'm going to peg you in the head with this ball.
Zone in on the popular kids that were just like hanging out, trying to hide. Everybody's like, no, we ain't getting our way this easy. Here we go. Let's go.
I wasn't actually bad at dodgeball.
Yeah, you're probably focusing on the kids you wanted to hit. Yeah.
No, I beamed a couple of the jocks often. It was very, very funny for me because they didn't expect me to be able to catch the ball, and I could. I wouldn't run or like do the normal sporty things, but my father and I used to watch TV together, and we would just toss a football or whatever, soccer ball, whatever we happen to have around. We would just toss it back and forth while we're watching.
Dodge a wrist, dodge a ball.
You can dodge a ball. If you can dodge a car, you can dodge a ball.
So when it came time to play wiffle ball or baseball, they always put me at first base because I caught everything. Like, no, I was good at that, but otherwise I was no good at anything.
Best rainy day gym class when you were a kid. When it rain outside, they'd be like, okay, we're inside, we're playing kickball. Yes!
Kickball.
That was always a fun one to actually have back in the day. Big Day said he won a chess tournament in high school. He said I cheated though. I learned a way to win a game, every game at 4 moves. Really? 4 moves? That's like the Kill Bill five finger death punch thing that she does to him. Like, don't take that fifth step. I won the most Golden Star stickers in 2nd grade for sitting up straight and crossing my hands. I now have arthritis in my hands and back. Too much pressure to perform. Yeah, that wouldn't have been me. I couldn't have won that award. Yeah. I mean, I could sit up. I don't know. I was just like, I never really got in trouble, but I never really went out the extra effort either. I was just kind of like, I just want to do my thing. Just leave me alone, man. I'm like Spicoli. Just want to be here, man. Just, let me order pizza.
Can I tell you a random silly story about posture?
Yeah.
My very first job interview to be a music teacher, I had to meet with the middle school principal, the high school principal, and the current music teacher who was leaving.
Okay.
And one of the questions the high school music teacher asked me was, so in your, educational experience with following around a teacher and learning how to do this, was there anything that you disagreed with that teacher on? And I was like, as he said it, he crossed his hands over his chest, very masculinely, taking up all the space, and leaned way back in this big leather armchair thing. He leaned way back. And I said, well, yeah, there were a few things we disagreed upon. And he's like, well, could you tell us about some? I said, well, posture for one.
Yeah.
He froze, and the middle school principal and the music teacher both looked over at him because he was like way back and stuff. And they both started laughing at him, and he sat up really quick, like he was embarrassed. I still got that job, by the way. But I definitely called out the high school principal for not having good posture in my interview.
But you got the job too. I know,
I still got the job. I was like, wow, I totally embarrassed him in front of his coworkers, and I still got the job. Neat.
Hey, that girl's got guts right there. Calling me out on my posture.
I just didn't, I had 6 other interviews planned the next week, so I was chill. So
put me out on Front Street here. Yeah. Yeah. The good old school years from back in the day. It was funny. I was reading a thing earlier this week on one of the other guys' posts. I think it was Beer Barbecue Brews. Got a great Facebook page, but he was like, favorite lunch in school back in the day. Grade school, high school, doesn't ever matter. Pizza. And everybody's like, oh, the French toast pizza. I was like the Sloppy Joe. I love the Sloppy Joe and the Sloppy Joe. But what was your, like, as a kid going to school? And he was like, unless you brought your food, because then you can't really do anything. But if you were getting food there, what was your favorite lunch as a kid?
Oh, it has to be the pizza, that soggy ass, like rectangle.
It was square, yeah.
Like the French bread thing, yeah.
Triangle.
Italian sausage, whatever it was like.
That was cardboard with crazy glue on it. It was awful.
Well, we liked it.
You're right, yeah.
Now, my school did a really nice goulash. The goulash was actually really, really good. And they did like soups in the winter that were actually quite tasty. But I was a single parent household, so I wasn't bringing my own lunch any day. I ate all the things they offered because I didn't have a choice. But yeah, No, the goulash sticks out in my memory as something pleasant.
I don't think our school ever did goulash.
I most of the time took my lunch because the lunch lines were so freaking long. You didn't have time to eat your food once you got through it.
Yeah.
But usually, if it was pizza day or nugget day, I'd buy lunch.
The nuggets, yeah.
But you're right, pizza was pretty gross, really. But back then, it was like, oh, it's pizza. Yes, pizza.
Yeah.
It didn't matter, you know.
The burgers weren't bad. Like, don't need a little hamburger day.
Yeah, I kind of like the burgers too. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you guys. The best. Did your all's peanut butter have like a cinnamon sort of like some sort of flavoring to it?
Not that I remember.
No.
I don't
Like the peanut butter here was like, oh my god, it was so good. But it had
like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches when you do.
Yeah, but the peanut butter just had like something. I don't know what it is. It was like cinnamon or something. I don't know what it was in it, but it was good.
By the time I got to high school, they had stopped serving peanut butter in schools. At least
because the allergies.
People with peanut allergies, it was too dangerous to have it anywhere in the kitchen. Was dangerous. So, but
that was after Gen X. So you know.
You're right. It was Gen Y.
The millennial, right?
You just wanted to cut off. You care about no allergies. Just whatever. Just serve it.
You sure it was a millennial?
I'm positive that it was Gen Y, because if you'll notice, no one really talks about from Gen X, then there's millennial, and then there's Gen Z. They skipped a letter, so obviously that is mine. Thank you. I have my letter. Thank you.
I mean, a lot of people don't talk about Gen X as much either because they know we just what'd you say? Like I like watching the one chick, Kelly, what's her name? Like the Gen X stuff. And it's just like, why does Gen X always get off the hook? And she's just like, because we'll fuck you up.
We'll handle it.
That's our generation. Like, you don't want to mess with us. You don't want to poke the bear with us.
Like, take your chance. Yeah, take your chance.
Dude, my very first job interview, I insulted the principal. Please.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. I'm not millennial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have peanut.
That is not a millennial thing to do.
Yeah, our school was like a ground round. We had peanut shells on the floor. We didn't care about it.
You're right. Yes.
Dave's going, we were the original Roadhouse. We were the original Longhorn.
You throw that shit on the table and you just wipe it off on the floor as you just leave it. Like, it didn't matter. Whatever. They'll get it.
There was one in McChesney Park in Rockford, North Rockford, and my dad used to take me there, and they would give you the hot fudge sundaes and the baseball helmets.
Yeah,
I loved that place. Oh, sorry.
Every ice cream tastes better in a baseball helmet.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Everything did always fit better in a baseball helmet. Why is that? Like you go to the Reds game or Orioles game, you go to any Cubs game. It's just like, it always tastes better when it's in a helmet. So. It's like McDonald's. Like, this is really good Coke. Like, you know, McDonald's.
Right, yeah,
you got that Coke. You got that Coke over there. And you got
any more of that? Pizza.
I can't get this Coke at Kroger. You got any more of that stuff back there?
I have a problem. You have a problem. What's going on? What do you mean?
It's like the Chick-fil-A sauce. That Chick-fil-A sauce. There's something in that like gets people hooked on it.
Chick-fil-A sauce. I have a question for you guys.
I have an answer.
So
maybe
showed me this
NDT.
Video.
Cheers. Yeah, go ahead.
Chu showed me this video on, I don't know what he was looking, Facebook, TikTok, whatever the heck he was putzing with. But he showed me this video, and it was a guy asking for a John Daniels and Coke at a bar.
John Daniels.
Yes.
Okay.
And
that's a long distant cousin of Jack.
and the bartender looked at him and he said, "Oh, I'm afraid we only have Pepsi." And the guy said, "Okay, yeah, that's fine." And then the bartender poured a Coke and a Pepsi together because obviously John Daniels doesn't exist. But has anyone tried Coke and Pepsi mixed? Out of curiosity, because as soon as I saw that video, I was thinking that's gotta taste really weird.
I think that's against the rules of Coke and Pepsi. They don't want to they don't want to Coke.
Think so.
They do not want to Coke Pepsi Coovie out there.
I mean, that'd be kind of like mixing a Bud Light and a Miller Lite together, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I was just wondering if anyone had actually mixed the two to see what it tasted like.
If
together.
anybody did, it would be the guy next to you right now. It'd be Craig, because he would do crazy shit like that over in the UK.
Yeah, but you have that weird UK one that doesn't taste like ours.
Craig,
No,
you can't talk too loud because Shannon will come down if she knows you're on. So.
You're Americans.
They get rid of all the bad stuff in the UK. It's like, okay, now we got all the trash ingredients out of. Here's the good stuff.
There you go. Yes.
It's like when you get a bottle of Mexican Coke. It tastes different. The Coke over in the UK has got to taste different than the Coke here. So it wouldn't count over there. I'm asking over here.
That's because the Mexican Coke uses real sugar.
I know, right?
We never count. So yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to squeeze the ounces out of their pints in the UK now.
Exactly.
They got
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like they say you get too much in your pint glass. Why are you trying to cut down your beer?
They're just having a super late prohibition party. That's all.
Well,
they're not getting rid of it. They're just like maybe we give them 14 ounces instead of 16 ounces, right? It's like why? I like the Oktoberfest hat, my friend. Cheers, brother. It's been a while.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Isn't that a song? Isn't that a song? It's been a while. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
How's everyone doing?
Good. I guess I'll answer for myself. Good.
Good. Yeah, I agree.
Nice to meet you. Cheers.
Oh, you had met Dave before from BeerVentures?
Thanks, Kyle.
Oh, okay.
Cheers, brother.
So, Craig's Camp Beer Reviews, Dave BeerVentures. So
cool. Nice. Yeah. No, I had a little break from beer and a couple of days, and then got back on it again.
So you go to any of the Oktoberfest festivals over there or anything locally that you went to?
No, they're not really for me. I can get. We had an Oktoberfest stream earlier. We done a good beer live earlier, and then we went offline for a little bit, and I was like, when you get the taste for it, you want to kick on for a bit. I was like, a few more beers.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
and then time zones lead into another time zone. Here I am. So it's like
when it's feeling good, it hits. That's for sure.
It is. It's like you don't want it to end. It's like almost. It's like carry on. I'm drinking a beer from Germany at the moment. I can't pronounce it, but it's what it's called.
Oh.
Lutzinger.
Flutzinger?
They're going since 1548, so they're old. It's a Weiss and Mertzen.
Oh, there you go.
From
Weiss and Mertzen, Ratzenheim.
From Reinsenheim.
999.
It's not an emergency, but yeah. From Reinsenheim. And it's basically what it is. It's a Mertzen fundamentally, but with wheat.
Okay.
So I've only got that much left, but you can tell by the clarity of it that the water quality is just like that's what springs to mind. Sorry about the pun, but yeah, that's what it's that kind of deal, and it's lovely. So it tastes like a Mertzen, but it's very clean and
okay.
But it's, not really getting much of that wheat. It's more if it's blindfolded, you just think it's a Mertzen. It just gives it that lighter colour.
Yeah.
I'm not a home brewer.
That's probably like a lower ABV on it then, right? Like was like a
it's in the range of what you'd expect, 5.8.
Yeah.
Most of them are in that like 5.8.
5.5 to 6.5, something, yeah.
Yeah, it's in that kind of ballpark, but yeah, it's a nice beer. Cheers.
Very nice. I feel like at some point I need to get to Bamberg though, so I can go to X and Kurla. The more and more I have rock beer, I gotta get over there at some point. Just feel like, Yeah, I'm gonna need a room because I'm gonna be staying the night over here. Like, because I'm going through every beer you got. I probably can't drive when I leave, so I need a room to stay.
What's in the room?
But yeah, I'll sleep on the floor. I'll cut the lights out when you guys are gone and just get a little spot here in the corner.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just go on.
Yeah, that's become one of my more favorite breweries now. More and more I have their beer. I'm all into the smoked beer now. I'm kind of going through a smoked beer phase.
Oh,
like,
heck yeah.
Yeah. The last one I did was their rot beer, which was pretty good. And every time I see a new one from, I'm like, oh, gotta do that one. Gotta do that one. Gotta do that one. Yeah.
It's National Rock Beer Month.
Yeah. So it's a good time to be trying them.
If you ever get to try their double bock, which is in like a green label.
Oh yes, I've had the green label one too. That is really good as well. Yeah. That's heaven too. RS in the house.
Well, the Mertzon's the main one. Yeah.
What is that? Let me see here. What's up, Blake in the house? Cheers. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Where'd you get that hat at?
Dovetail.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There must be Hulk Hogan fans as well.
Yeah.
They got the Hulkster's collars. What you gonna do? Rock beer run wild on you.
Damn, that was good. Shit.
I don't know. It's so quiet. Mouse thinking that. It goes terrible Hulk Hogan, I guess. All right, brother.
It's the best one I've heard tonight.
That's good.
So the Macho Man instead. Oh yeah, good rock. Got the rock beer. Oh yeah. Give you the Macho Man.
We talked about how you'd get canceled. I think you're dancing on the edge right now.
Doing the Hulk Hogan is gonna get me canceled.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan sounds like the Kool-Aid Man. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
But honestly, that hat is.
Do it again, Rod. Do it again. Now I want to see the Kool-Aid Man.
That's over the top there, Mal. That is over the top. My Hulk Hogan is not. Kool-Aid Man is like, oh yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I guess it does kind of sound like it. Okay, you might have said, oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. That's the Kool-Aid Man.
Now I'm confused. Who's what here? Is that the Kool-Aid Man doing macho, or is that the other way around? I'm not sure. I'm totally confused.
What you gonna do, brother? Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah, Macho Man. I'll stick with the Macho Man. Hulk Hogan and Kool-Aid are running together too close. I'll stick with Macho.
If he comes busting through his wall there for the next show, we'll know what's going on.
Kool-Aid Man busting through with 24-inch pythons. Yeah.
That hat is woo.
Go back to being a nature boy.
There you go.
Little Dusty Rose.
Yeah.
Joe does a good Dusty Rose because Joe got the list blocked in. He'll do the list when he does
He
Dusty Rose.
does do a good one. He does do a good one.
He's got the list nailed down, boy.
Oh, right. Kool-Aid Hogan, right? It's a blend right now. It's a mix. It's a remix. What if you took Kool-Aid and you mixed it with Hulk Hogan, and then there you go.
That's what you get right here.
Good to see it.
Enter Rajay. Rajay
This is
come
what
in
you
with
end up with.
Is that what comes in the packets? Is ground up Hulk Hogan? Holy crap! That's gross.
Ooh. Dovetail is doing Westfeisen this year instead of their usual Fest beer. Okay.
And that's really
So that's
good.
good.
That's really good.
What up, Rod? Cheers, my friend. Great to see you, brother. Happy Thursday as well. It's been a while, Rod. Where you been, dog? Where you been?
I know. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I thought that was you.
That's Rod X. Rod X. Now he just goes by Rod, but that was Rod X back in the day.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, what happened to the X? He just dropped it. Dropped the X. Just dropped it.
He dropped it when the Rams won that Super Bowl finally. He was able to drop it then. So, yeah, he's a big Rams fan.
Drop it when it's hot.
Sounded like you were Simon Cowell there for a second.
that was the sound of callous right there. Driving like it's
Yeah, I haven't got his money. I haven't got his money.
Yeah. Ooh. I try to watch that America's Talent sometimes. I just don't get. I mean, I can get the singing acts. I can get some of the dancing act, like some of the stuff people do on there. I'm like, how is this like a talent even? But I mean, I couldn't do it, so I guess it is a talent. Some of the stuff they do, but it's just like, how far can you go? Like just catching knives, you throw in the air. Like you're not going to beat a good singer or a good dancer, probably. So you kind of limit it on your range.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whoa. Craig brought out the horseback throw from back in the day. I love it.
I was waiting to see how long it was going to take for anybody to say anything.
This is what happens when breakdancing hits the Olympics. You start going back in the day.
It's been a while.
Oh. I'm jealous of that throw, my friend. I'm jealous of that throw.
Like, I haven't seen a pro since like Oscar Gamble and Tom.
Now you know any better. Craig doing the Kool-Aid Man, Macho Man, all together in the British accent.
I don't talk much.
How's your girl doing, by the way, Craig? Too, is she doing all right and everything?
Yeah, she's all right. Yeah,
good.
Yes, she's 9 now. So
yeah. Wow,
But yeah, she's like, if you want to go to America, Dad, you go. Don't worry about me. I look after myself. I'm like, you fucking will, wouldn't you?
No, it's good she's doing well and everything. Yeah.
Well, at school.
I think because when we first met, I guess she was like 1 or whatever at that time. She was really young when we first started.
Was it really
connecting? Because it was. I think you started I started by time 20. You started yours 2016.
Mine
so
was
and then
mine was 2015. I started July.
Oh, so you were 2015 with me then? Okay, so it was a little not much longer because we were kind of together. So yeah, she would have been back then. That's 9 years. Yeah, she did.
Well, she was. I started in July, and she was born 3 weeks before I started.
Yeah. And by the time we connected, I think she was 5 or 6 months old or so. Maybe she was really small. Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, thanks for making me feel older. Appreciate that.
I will tell her.
You can always count on your panel to help you with that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, 10 years next July, man.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? Crazy.
10 years in March. Crazy.
Right, July. Yeah, 10 years July.
Yeah.
Man.
That's awesome. I know it's been a while. Yeah, the ex had to go. Well, yeah. That's like when you get too old and you're like, okay, you can't call me Timmy anymore. You're just going to call me Tim.
Hey.
Unless you're part of the mob, you can get away with it being 55 years old being called Timmy. Because that's Timmy Two Finger.
not Tiny Tim.
Yeah, not Tiny Tim. Miller Genuine Draft. There you go.
Oh, you could probably find that too, man.
Yeah, I wish. I still
Emerson finally in the house. He's late, had to settle down the dock workers strike. Let's get it. So was the dock workers strike over? Because we were just talking about that earlier. So hopefully it is. Hey, we got Angie in the house. Cheers, Angie. Happy Thursday, my friend. Trez cracking up, laughing. So having a good time as he has to work it out. Work it out. Goose Island IPA your dad's drinking right now. No more heady topper around there.
The only heady topper he had was my one can.
I got a whole fridge full of beer. Can I get a beer? Yeah, go ahead. He goes right to that one.
I still want to try it.
And all of a sudden, all Mal hears is Bon Jovi, "Shot Through the Heart."
He'll never choose that one. Oh, what do you got? Oh,
Chew comes home like, I can go for a beer. Well,
Rod, you
making heady topper.
Yeah, Dave, Chew would never go for a heady topper ever. That's not where he goes. He's not a hazy IPA guy, so he didn't mind that much.
I can get Heady Topper if I need it.
Yeah. wait a minute. What are we talking about? The beer or not the beer?
We're talking about beer.
Rod says he prefers Miller High Life over MGD. Mal loves the MGD when she can find it. Better price and just as good. What do you think, Mal?
I wouldn't say that I love it. That was like my first beer. Like, I guess.
You did win on that.
I got there first. Thanks. Thanks, Dad.
Do you see they're bringing back Miller High Life Light again?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that either, but yeah, I did see it's like, you know what? Like, they tried Zima years ago to bring that back, and then they're bringing this back. I mean,
don't disparage
why?
Zima.
Yeah, we got that.
Look, unless you go to Japan, you're not getting it again, Dave. You gotta go to Japan for it. No other country in the world was Zima except Japan for whatever reason.
I'm not that bothered.
Zima was just like, why did we bring it back? I mean, no. We didn't bring back Pepsi Clear. We shouldn't have brought back Zima.
You're right.
It sounds like Zimmer.
Zima.
It's an old beer.
What's up, everyone? Aubrey in the house. Sam has Oktoberfest. Cheers.
Yeah,
I haven't had one of those in a while.
I haven't had.
We get that at my Costco tomorrow for like $10 a case.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So I was saying it earlier before you guys came on. Have any of you guys done any pumpkin beers yet? Anybody drink any pumpkin beers yet? I think me and Ty were talking about earlier.
It's too early.
Well, I know you did because you did the left hand at least, and you had some other ones.
I take it back. I did the Voodoo Ranger pumpkin spice, and it was like pepper spice.
Yeah,
and it wasn't good.
Oh yeah, I remember. I did see the video on that one. Yeah.
All
the
right.
one.
I need to get another one.
All right, the one you got there, Craig, in your left hand.
That one.
That's one I definitely want to try because I keep hearing so many good things about that beer, Augenstein.
I think you're talking about like left hand.
I don't want to spoil it for you. So. Yeah.
Well, his left hand. I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Obviously, it depends on the drinker and what they like. Yeah.
It's from Germany, not left hand. So.
Yeah, but it was in your left hand.
It was the German left hand.
It was the German left hand.
Yeah.
Make it right. Like, you know, people like make it right, they make it left. Like, no, your other right.
I'm not just spoiling it for you, so I'll just put it that way. So
yeah. Let me see here. Don't love Miller High Life, but it's grown on me. Light, easy drinking beer, and then price is crazy good. A 30-pack for $17. Can't beat that. There you go. That is a price there. I mean, can you beat it with a Hams though? I think a 30-pack of Hams might be under $17.
Get a 24-pack of Old Style here this weekend for like $11.
Well, there you go. That could be something.
24.
I had a pack of Hams earlier.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, you get a 24 of like pack of Ham. You get like a 24-pack of Genesee, like a 12-pack you can get for like $9. So that'd be like 18. But if you get it as a 24, it might be less.
Oh yeah.
This ham's good.
Yeah.
I just visited 12% Beer Project in Connecticut. They had a ton of different pumpkin beers by different breweries. What up, Tanner? So you like the ones? I'm not feeling pumpkin yet. I have not. It's
too early for me, isn't it?
It's too early for me to feel like being pumpkin season.
Like the weather out like by you, Rod, is still like warm, summerish, or is it cooling down a bit?
We just started getting into like the low 70s.
All right.
So about 75, 73 right now.
It's too hot for me.
Yeah,
too hot for you. It's still September.
Yeah, I need to put on a hoodie before I start drinking pumpkin beers.
Yeah.
That's probably mid 70s here.
You know what the funny thing is though, but if I get like a rock beer, I feel like that's a good fall beer, but I'll drink that any part of the year. Like, but yeah, pumpkin beer. It's just got that thing. It's just like I want it to be kind of that fall season. You know, I feel like I should be like on a hayride or something. You know, or at a bonfire or something like that. They still do bonfires. I know some places don't do anymore because of like things that have happened. But back in the day, we used to do bonfires.
So you're more of the fall guy, yeah?
Well, when it comes to pumpkin beer, it is like, but stouts. I see what you did there too, Craig. But with stouts, I'll drink stouts all year round though. So, which a lot of people wait till fall or winter to drink stouts. Yeah, macros don't cheap. Yeah.
We don't. We don't.
If I could find Schlitz in a cheap 30-pack, I'd be all over it. That's still my macro of choice.
Yeah, a little day drinker beer, right? Like you just have it around. Just want to grab something. Yeah.
Easy drinking. Those are beers you hand out to company when they come over. Not,
High life over hands. Yeah.
Yeah, just to get rid of them, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
We were just talking, Rod, earlier, because you're out in Missouri, but O'Fallon's decided to close their door out there, which was kind of a surprise.
Perhaps it's gone cold.
What'd you say?
He said perhaps it's gone cold. Craig likes to come in with the little one-liners, but he's subtle about it when he actually delivers them. No, you didn't buy any. Okay. Yeah, I just don't feel the pumpkin right now. Just not feeling it. Good Schlafly pumpkin here in Missouri. They brew. Well, yeah, I do like the Schlafly beers for sure.
Right, X. That is one of the ones we've had was the Schlafly.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite pumpkin style beers.
Yeah, I think it's a decent one they actually have.
In the last few years, we've got more of a Oktoberfest theme going on in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Oktoberfest is not really. 2016 was when it went crazy, and then it didn't really get much uptake, and it just kind of went after that.
Yeah, but you still get a ton of people that come through and stuff. Like, obviously people go over to Munich, but you get stuff in the UK that you guys are doing. Right, like for Oktoberfest for some stuff.
Yeah, Oktoberfest, but pumpkin beers, not so much.
Yeah,
they're more taste.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when I was doing the spotlight with Gerben, Dutch Beer Geek, because he's in Amsterdam. Yeah. I was kind of surprised how they don't really do as much like THC drinks over there. Because I was thinking like, if there's a place that would THC, because of what you could do in Amsterdam, they would be one. He's like, no, we don't really see it as much over there. So, like over here, like we have more and more places that are trying to push toward trying to do the THC. Which Dave, you had a great interview with the guy you have from the Illinois Guild on that talked about that are trying to drive THC drinks there in Illinois. But like in Amsterdam, he's like, oh no, we don't really do it that much because people smoke weed and blah blah blah. Because you can do anything you want in Amsterdam. That's why it's like. Here, it's kind of like you're limited a little bit more, even though some states you can do like marijuana now. But I think the THC drinks will definitely catch on more. Eggnog and stout around.
Like I've heard, like the bong water here is really good from a local brewery.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's the THC drink they have. It's called the bong water. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard like from good friends of mine that it's really good.
Yeah, I don't know what Ohio has now because Ohio legalized, and I think they're they might start getting into more THC stuff there. Some of the dispensaries. So
yeah, some of them like even are like 10% for like a small 8-ounce can. So I've heard like they will, from good sources that they will give you a nice buzz.
Yeah. Okay.
Reliable sources.
Reliable. There you go. We check their sources. We check the sources that check those sources. Yeah. They're legit. They're legit. High ABV. Yeah, high ABV is not bad at all. I hope Mal's okay. She disappeared for a bit. They're getting another beer.
Was it a hot sauce, though?
Was there what? Who?
A hot sauce.
A hot sauce. You said a hot sauce?
If it doesn't, it don't count,
I like a good juice.
Damn shit.
He's tearing that ham up over there. So yeah, that can work as well. But that's a woodworking joint. Yeah, what joint. Let's see. I'm taking Mal down until she gets back up here. I don't know what's happening with her. She went to go get a beer, and maybe the ghost is downstairs. Yeah. Her house does get haunted from time to time, so
it's a possibility.
It's a possibility. Well, actually, I need to get another beer here too. JT says a beer called Bong Water. That brewer isn't a pot smoker because no stoner wants to drink Bong Water. Yeah,
no doubt.
Well, JT, you could pick that up down the street at Bottles and Cans. I know where JT lives. You could pick it up right down the street.
A little THC drink. There you go.
So I've heard.
Yeah. Oh, there she is. She's back.
So they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what happened. I thought you ran to the ghost downstairs or something.
No, I had a couple texts from work that I had to take care of real quick. Sorry.
That's all right.
Apologize.
Work is work. You gotta handle it. Yeah.
Do you still have a brewery?
Nice 8-foot slab of soft maple showed up on a woodworking stove. I hope it lasts this month so I can get it next month. Oh wow. That's a lot of maple. With his 8-foot long slab.
Huh.
And that's just got a little maple thing going on there.
Yeah, she don't muck around by the sounds of it.
No, she doesn't. She's sweet like that. I need a drinking job.
Well, there are a lot of breweries hiring right now. Just so you know.
There's actually
liquor stores.
There was some brewery last summer. They were hiring an intern to go around and drink around the country. It was like,
no, I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, right.
A job you're ever late for? Like, you don't call in sick for a job like that.
Yeah.
If I'd done that, I'd have to join a gym. Yeah.
You going to join a gym?
No, I'd have to if I'd done a drinking job.
Oh, if you did a drinking job, yeah, you'd have to get in and work it out. You got to get that balance in. Yeah.
I pay a gym monthly, but I haven't been there in about 8 months. Just saying. I do pay a gym though.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You should, Rod. Yeah, starting a brewery would be awesome. I mean, it's not an easy thing, obviously, but I don't know. It's kind of everybody I know that has a brewery or ran a brewery, they really find it kind of rewarding doing what they're doing, but you definitely got that passion for it.
And it's a lot of hard work.
It is.
And a lot of headache. A lot of headache.
And then it depends where you are and stuff. If you've got a family and stuff, it can be pretty. When do you see a family? If you've got kids or whatever.
Well, Dad was on here earlier. Maybe I can get him to work the tap room.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I think I'd rather be on the other side of the bar.
It'd be something I'd like to do, but yeah, I'd like to own a bar. I'd rather do a bar work than a brewery, if that makes sense.
See, I'd rather do like a beer store.
That'd be mega hours and away from my daughter and like,
I'd like to do like a craft beer store because I feel like some of the stores I see, I can see what they're lacking on stuff. That there'd be an opportunity.
A store would be good, but then you need to be in a catchment area with that.
Yeah.
Whereas a bar is a bit more appealing than a beer store, I think.
I don't mind the idea of a bar. I just don't want to be open until like 2 or 4 or whatever in the morning. That's why I love the idea of a brewery.
Yeah, I mean, if you do a bar restaurant, some of the bar restaurant, they close at 11. So
I know, but when you add a restaurant in, you have 17 more headaches added onto your regular bar.
Can you do a bar restaurant, but have the restaurant actually be like a food truck you just work with? Because I've seen that on Bar Rescue before, where they go out to the beer.
Counting on your truck to show up all the time, and if you're doing different people or whatever, like there's so many different things involved in that.
Yeah.
I mean, over here, you can probably get away without doing food.
Yeah, we have bars here that don't do food.
Oh, yeah.
The
customers stay longer if there's food.
There is that. But then if you depends on if you've got some really good beers on, then a nice tap list and stuff. But then I know what you're saying though. You are selecting your audience a little bit.
One of the
brewery doesn't have food, and they're doing fine. I mean, they've been open 8 years, and they're doing okay. Like they're not hurting or anything, but they do a lot of back-end sales.
So
They do a lot of distribution sales, back-end sales, golf courses, weddings, liquor stores, things like that. So they do a lot of the back end on top of the tap room. Whereas my tap room stays open because of the restaurant. I mean, because we're full every weekend. I mean, you know, every time we have dinner, we have lots of reservations, lots of people there. So it's more front of house that keeps that one open, but his is more back end.
That's true, Aubrey, too. Many people here now join gyms. They live in their car and take showers in Planet Fitness. A lot of your mobile people that do like the whole RV type movement, they do that. Like they travel around the country and they have a membership at a gym and they go there and they shower and do stuff. But that's a weird kind of life, being a nomad type life.
My mother did that for a while.
Yeah. You definitely got to have some type of allure to do, because it's just like, I don't imagine it being an easy type thing. Plus, you're kind of definitely minimalizing everything you actually have with you, right? Because you only put so much in the RV camper. So,
well, Chu and I 100% were happy doing van lifing. That was phenomenal. We had a blast doing that. So, I could see us doing that again. I don't know when or how, but hopefully in Europe, that would be even better. If we could do that in Europe, sign me up.
That'd be awesome.
I see some of the YouTube channels, they take the van out and they're like at a lake or whatever like that. And they're doing stuff. It's like, you know, I don't know. Just, I don't know if it'd be comfortable enough for me. I got to have like a.
Yeah. What I can't believe is these glasses not getting full.
Well, it's a bad bartender. He's pouring the same beer in every glass too. So it's kind of like, what kind of bartender are you?
Never, they're drinking loads, aren't they?
It's an AI thing, I'm sure. So it's kind of like, I don't know the difference between the different beer colors. Yeah. Like, you just poured a IPA into my freaking stout. I didn't ask for a cuvee.
My bad. We need.
Yeah.
The never-ending filling glass.
That's a brown ale. Why are you putting IPA in my brown ale? Yeah.
Exactly that.
I forgot to tell you guys my beer.
Oh, it's a colorful one too.
It's Liquid Love's Grandma Hugs. It's a sour ale with lemon, graham cracker, milk, sugar, and vanilla. It's a 5.6%, but it tastes like a lemon meringue pie. So
I like the sound of Liquid Love. That's all right.
Nice. Grandma Hugs with graham in it. There you go.
Yeah, Grandma Hugs is the lemon meringue pie sour they have, and it's beautiful.
Very few stay open on even on the weekend. Well, when I was in Chicago last year. Yeah, it was last year. There were some places downtown that were still open past 9 because we went to a few places to eat and drink and stuff. That's when one of the bars I was right there next to Chance the Rapper. So
cool.
So name dropping again. The legend is name dropping again.
No, I didn't say anything to him. No, he was just like standing next to me. That's like somebody was like, "Is that Chance next to you?" I'm like, "Chance, I don't know. Fuck you. I don't listen to Chance. I don't know any of the new kids' music." I'm like, if they'd been like, "Is that De La Soul over there? What's up, De La Soul in the house?" Like, I'd have been like that. But I don't know Chance the Rapper. That's the young kids' game.
But that's right. I'm gonna ask this question.
That's like you Mal and the millennials. Chance the Rapper.
Gen Y.
Chicago. That's why I know him.
So Rod, I'm gonna ask this question for the people. Who asked who for the autograph first? You asked him or did he ask you?
That's right. That's right. Who asked first?
We kind of looked at each other up and down like, I know you. He's like, I know you. Okay, cool.
You both were like, I want to ask, but I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
God.
So here's a funny story.
Todd. His head will not fit on his screen. You keep that up.
So here's a funny thing, Todd. So because Todd played baseball when he was in college, and obviously he knows Cincinnati Reds. So when I used to work in Cincinnati, our office downtown, Barry Larkin used to have his financial advisor in our building and stuff. So one time we came out to go to coffee at Starbucks in the building. The elevator opens up, and Barry Larkin is standing there to go upstairs, right? As Barry Larkin looks over, he head nods me, I head nod back, and we kind of go on our way. And the guy's with me. He's like, did you just fucking head nod Barry Larkin? I'm like, yeah, that's what we do. That's like, our style. That's how we kind of we get back in the office. He's like, Rod's down there head nodding fucking Barry Larkin, y'all. Like,
you didn't even say what's up. You just nod your head nodding. Yeah. All right.
How many shovels do you need to dig that hole of you just name dropping shit? Just saying.
I'm just saying that's just what happened. You run into a future baseball Hall of Famer and you like head nod. He's
in Hall of Fame.
Well, at the time it was like future because it was back in the 90s when it happened. So, but it was like, yeah,
I mean, my father lives farmland. I can ship you more shovels if you need to dig that hole deeper.
I mean, I used to golf in Oscar Robertson's. I used to golf in Oscar Roberts' golf tournament too, and talk with him all the time. He's not a Hall of Famer from the NBA, but I mean,
are you done?
I met Serena Williams. I got Serena Williams autographed tennis ball when I met Serena.
Speech, he was saying like, "Hey, I met this guy up the elevators, Roger." Like we nodded. It's like his career took off from that point forward. So it's all, it's all Rod's. It's all Rod's right there.
I need to pull up the picture. I need to pull up the picture again of me and Randy Couture in Las Vegas when we were hanging out at his poker tournament. I mean, I can pull that up too. I mean, it just happens. Things happen.
Guys, I have had some excellent beer and I don't want to vomit it up. So please stop.
It just doesn't always happen to Rod in the beer world. It happens beyond that too. So
Did I ever tell you the time that I security wanted Michael Jackson's penis?
No. Yo, Dave, I did hear that. So you did tell me. They've never heard it. You did tell me.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what just happened?
So I'm young.
I'm gonna get a beer while he tells that story.
1987. So it's a long time ago. I was brand new, 19 years old, skinny as like this pinky, and I work at the airport. And I worked in security at the time, and they're like, Dave, there's some like musician that's coming out, and you gotta go meet him to do security. I'm 19. Okay, whatever. I get out there. The Chicago police are bringing up Michael Jackson off of Jet Bridge, and I had to sit there and take the security wand and go up and down on him like it was like Spinal Tap.
Oh wow!
And he was. I will say this. He was one of the nicest people I've ever met. I'm like, sorry you have to do this, Mr. Jackson. He was like, oh, that's okay. Blah, blah, blah. Super cool.
Sorry, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He didn't do
Mr. Jackson.
So yeah, that's my brush with greatness when I met Michael Jackson and had to go up and down on the security wand with it.
As long as it was the security wand you went up and down on, that's all I know.
That was it.
just making sure.
Was there a hee joke in there from anybody? Just checking.
I'm ticklish there.
It's kind of like you trying to do the Kool-Aid Man, Macho Man, Hulk Hogan. Yeah,
Barry
anymore.
Barry is pretty cool. I'll say that. I actually saw Ken Griffey Sr. back in the day too, Big Red Machine, but he was across the street, so we didn't head nod. But it was like, hey, it's Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Sr. Never saw Jr.
Whoa!
I actually did.
Someone you didn't meet?
Didn't meet him. Well, I didn't meet Vince Carter either, although we were talking with his parents because he took his parents out for an event one night. And Vince Carter came in, but everybody was all over him, so we didn't talk to him.
They didn't know who he was.
Vince Carter, he was half amazing.
Just because he just passed away, I actually did get to meet Pete Rose one time.
I did not meet Pete Rose, but it's funny. Not funny because he passed away, but one of my colleagues is his sister-in-law.
It's not funny.
One of my colleagues is his sister-in-law, which would have been nice to meet him at some point, but yeah.
That's cool. So it was funny. I was up in Indianapolis, and I was going down an escalator, and he was going up it. I turned around, went back up it, and he was signing autographs at the mall, Circle Center Mall there. So I stood and talked to him for 10 minutes. He was cool. He was a cool dude.
He seems to be a real humble guy when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he didn't get shit oh, let you go. He's like, no, it's fine. I was like, all right, we'll stay here and talk a little bit more then.
If they're not going to put me in the Hall of Fame, I guess I got to do it this way. Just
right? Yes.
Yeah. I just met a few celebrities, Mal. It's just celebrities.
I've got to go, unfortunately. So,
well, it's up late for you. So,
yeah, I just wanted to say hello for a half hour or so. So, yeah.
Well, thanks for swinging through, brother. Great to see you.
I just thought, he's around.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you going live tomorrow night on your? Are you going live tomorrow night on your channel?
I don't know. I'm going to a Green Hop Festival on Saturday, so.
Oh, okay. You got to prepare yourself.
So yeah, I might have the one or two, but I might join someone's for an hour or so.
It's
but
always
yeah,
so nice to chat with you.
Cheers. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you'll take care.
All right, brother. You too. You too.
Take it easy, Greg.
Look after yourselves. Cheers.
Take care.
Cheers.
Cheers.
But so actually, I'm going to crack this one open.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell us about another celebrity for a second there.
I'll just wait now. It's coming.
I could, but we're not going to do that. It's just celebrity. I don't get celebrities starstruck like celebrities, though. Yeah. Like some people, it's just like, you know.
All right, I'm going to give you another one also then, I guess.
JT has kind of inspired me a little bit here, so I'm going to actually crack open a Baltic Porter. This is from Elder Pine. The sun's gone dim, and the sky's turned black. That's the title of the beer. This is a look at the beer can. It is. It's like, are we doing literature here or what? So that's the color of the beer here.
I like it. It's a little poetic. I think that's
nice.
Nice.
I'm trying to see what my readers on here. But the readers, it's too close up. You got to hold it down farther. So
you were worried about feeling old. I wanted to tell you that the Star Wars Episode 1 came out 25 years ago, and Baby One More Time from Britney Spears was 25 years ago. Just so you know.
Mal.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Just saying.
You never do, sweetie, but you haven't been off the show yet. So,
so this beer
the other day, like Speaker Box Love Below's like 21. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Start seeing some of that stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, Hit Me Baby One More Time being 25 years old kind of hit me hard. I was like, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. I won't even look to see how old a Tiffany song is anymore. But anyway, this beer aged in oak feder, F-O-E-D-R. Do you pronounce it feder or foeder? Fooder? Foeder?
Yeah.
All right.
Marzen, whatever.
Yeah. For 3 months and finished in whiskey barrels for 10 months. So 10% ABV, another session ale, because that's all I do is session ales.
What time are you working tomorrow?
Fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. Like the old Muhammad Ali, young man rumble. Yeah. So yeah, I'll get up early. I'll be good to go.
Yeah. 37 years old.
A reddish cherry brown color to it.
I think we're alone now is 37 years old.
I didn't ask you to go back and see how old it was. I said, don't look anymore.
But I could look it up without, seeing.
Was it 37 years old on the mall circuit, or was that afterwards?
It was 1987. It was released.
That's the mall circuit when she was doing those.
Yep.
Oh, definitely get the wood. I got wood. Never mind.
You got wood.
That was too low. That was too low hanging of a fruit right there. That was just
for sure.
Well, it's got like a nice little sour type note on it. Sour, not like sours, but just a sour Flanders type feel to it. Smells really good. Baltic Porter, which is actually a lager. Figured that one out. God damn, that's good. That's like the 5 hour. That's like the 5 hour milkshake in Pulp Fiction right there.
You didn't skip that. You just went right to that.
Oh yeah, Elder Pine does some great shit. I mean, oh my god, it's so smooth. It's got a velvety feel to it. It's got a little bit of a cherry sour in play, but just so smooth. God damn, we'll get some more in the glass here. I said, this is the problem when you do beer reviews. You're like, I should have done a review on this beer because this beer is really good.
It right. Yeah, no, I know.
It's a bad thing. And even like sometimes, like when I get home, I'm like, I just want to have a beer. I don't want to set up a camera. I don't want to do shit. I just want to have a beer. And then you drink it, and it's like, fuck, I should have done a review on this.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
Well, it's either that or you don't have anything in the fridge that you're allowed to drink. Like the stuff you've set aside for videos, you can't drink it. And you're like looking at the fridge going, I don't have any like drinkable beer.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing with my life?
See, now I'm coming across that problem myself. So
yes. You need a separate beer fridge, really.
Like,
you
damn
do.
it. I wouldn't drink it, but I got the better way for a video.
Todd, speaking of video, Todd, is there like a video channel we should all be looking for?
Yes. Is there?
Is there? Todd. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Todd, did you guys quit? You took off your subsidiary of J BeerVentures? You guys quit on me?
No. There was actually a new video put out today, so you know.
Well, you don't have it on your title there, on your thing. On
What's Your Beer on YouTube. So go check it out because it's the best time you'll ever have.
All right. Well, I still got slots open on Beer Media Group.
Yep.
Hardly anyone sent me emails to like, I'll put your shit on there, so just send it to me.
All right.
There you go.
I can do that.
Yep.
I can do that.
We need someone to drop the link for them.
We got to change in the poll.
Uh-oh.
Leading stout style now is dry Irish at 29%. Oatmeal made a run. Oatmeal's at 25. Milk's at 29, so we do have a tie, but the dry Irish is being highlighted. Pastry is down to 17, so that's falling off a little bit. So
the dry Irish is leading?
People are bringing up the dry Irish and oatmeal, starting to make a little bit of a run there in the poll.
Wow.
Keep voting in the poll. If you haven't voted in the poll, choose your favorite stout of the stouts listed there.
That's surprising.
Hopped up in the house. What is going on? Cheers, my friend. Happy Thursday. Another great channel. If you haven't checked out Hopped Up Beer Review, check those guys out. They put some pretty good stuff up on their channels as well. Yeah, that rock name was a prog rock name for a beer. It was a very involved name. The sun's going dim and the skies turn black. Yeah, double oaked. Yeah, it's like a Johnny Cash type song there. The sun's gone dim.
Rock, that's more like
skies turn black. I hear a train coming around the bend. The sun's gone black and the skies turn black. Yeah, you can make it like a little Johnny Cash type thing there. Yeah, you get a little Johnny Cash melody.
You ever meet him?
I've never met Johnny Cash. I used to listen to Johnny Cash when I was a kid, though, in the library. So I was one of those kids as a nerd that would go to the library and listen to music when they used to have the record players in there. I get all different music. That's where my music appreciation kind of grew, and listening to like 16 Tons and the Grease soundtrack and all bunch of others. Speaking of Grease, so it was a funny thing because I was talking about this with the Custom Fuss crew. That's my crew that we game with on Warzone, by the way. You ever watch Warzone? Custom Fuss crew, we're laying people down all the time. Anyway,
laying people down all the time.
There was an article on Grease, like some of the younger generation is now finding Grease to be offensive. I was like, what is so offensive about Grease? Like, Grease is the word. It's the word. I mean, that's just Grease, right? Like, what's offensive about?
I'm sorry.
They called it misogynistic. And they called it a few others, and it's just like, but it's Grease. It was just a thing of the times back then.
They're just gonna keep picking off things until we have nothing left.
Yeah.
Speaking of Grease, did you see? I guess like Frankie Valli's like 90 years old, and
he's got to be up there. Yeah,
and people are like, if you're putting Frankie Valli out there, it's elder abuse, and Frankie Valli's like, people still come to see me perform. Nobody forces me to do anything.
Yeah.
I still perform. We put on a good show and, everything else. But like Frankie Valli got pissed because someone would say it's like elder abuse watching him try to sing at 90 years old.
Yeah. I mean, if he can still do it, let him do it and stuff. It's not like it's a weekend at Bernie situation.
Right.
Although I will say, speaking of elder abuse, I'm going to say, and I think people are starting to notice it a little bit more now. I've seen the last couple of years. ESPN, Saturday, when it's college football season, I'm locked into college football. The pregame show.
Oh, Lee?
You got to get Lee off of there. You got to get him off of there. Yeah. I feel like you're holding on too long to having him do that. Like, you can definitely start to tell more and more.
I feel like they really, got ready like 5 years ago. I mean, it's like steadily growing even more. It's like, good Lord,
I'm
man.
really liking Saban on game day.
Saban, he's awesome on there. Yeah.
And our coach is the new Saban coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Saban is definitely pretty entertaining on there. And of course,
he come from Saban's tree. He coached
Alabama,
so yeah.
And of course, my alum, if you couldn't tell, Pat McAfee. So it's kind of like Pat and Nick together. It's just hilarious. It's just hilarious, right? Like,
I love Pat McAfee. He's so good.
I love when people complain, like on the posts and stuff, when he does stuff, and it was on Facebook, and they're like, he needs to stop doing it. Like, apparently, you don't know the mountaineer mentality. We don't never stop. That's just how we roll. We're made that way. He has some gold stuff that he's been putting on his stuff, and his podcasts are awesome. So
I like when he's like when they're doing the football shows, and so they're at West Virginia playing whoever, Pittsburgh, whatever. And he always like goes the opposite way of what the home crowd is. Yeah, it's like throwing shit at him, whatever. He's like, yes, come on.
He was getting riled up last week though, rooting for the Roll Tide when he was doing the Roll Tide chant. They were getting riled up. So yeah.
But I've seen him do like that, like Roll Tide kind of thing, and go completely the opposite team, whatever it is. You know, like pull, roll, and then just go, and they're all like pull.
Yeah. Well, back in the day when Lee Corso was a little more, I don't want to say sharper, but he's, before things are hat, like he would always fake them out and he put on a different hat for the other team. Yeah.
Put the mascot hat on. Yeah.
JT was 25 and 87, working as a DJ in a couple of bars. There you go. I wasn't a DJ until 90. Well, I was doing DJing parties, but I didn't go to radio DJ until 91. Which was kind of funny because when I got hired as a radio DJ, I was like, I applied for this last year. And they're like, yeah, but we didn't know if you were going to stay around or not. So we didn't know how to see it. Like, what the fuck? Like, if I put in for it, obviously I'm interested in it. So it took me an extra year to get on the radio.
So, Rod, who was your famous people you met when you DJ'd? I forgot who you said before you met.
When I was a DJ, Nas.
Yeah, Nas. That's who. That's what I was thinking.
Nas.
I remember you said somebody before, but I can't remember.
Yeah, interviewed like Nas, Busta Rhymes, Cool G Rap. Okay. Yeah, Cool G Rap, Shock G, Biz Markie.
How was Shock G? That'd have been good.
Shock G was cool as hell. Like talking with him, like we were just kicking it, like just casual conversation, and like I remember we were at the hotel bar, and he's just like, "Yeah, I got to do something with my condo. Like, anybody want to buy a condo?" And I got to sell. Like, dude, I'm like still in fucking college. I can't buy a condo. Why are you asking me?
Right.
Like, But he was really cool. He was laid back. Who else was there? And then there were some other groups like Almighty RSO, which were out of Boston. They didn't really get as huge. Lords of the Underground. Tribe Called Quest was there, but they didn't get a chance to really interview them. Tupac was there. Didn't really get a chance to interview him. But she was really short. Like they walk around with Thug Life, him and his crew. Like everybody in Tupac's crew was as short as he was. And I'm just like, who are you thugging? Because you're not taking out much more than kneecaps from the size of you guys. Like, like you're not big guys. I don't know who is like. It's like the Munchkins are running through, like just taking out kneecaps as they go through the crowd or something.
Only 16 pounds of pressure for a kneecap to go out.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, but probably the biggest were Nas was probably him and Busta were probably the two biggest.
Okay.
And then Cool G was really cool. Cool G Rap was the funniest because I was interviewing him and he was like already high as hell, blunted, and then he had like a bottle of Kessler's just hanging out of his back pocket, smoking a joint as we're going through the interview and stuff. He was able to answer everything like that. It was just like funny. Like interviewing him, he's just like, yeah, he's on tilt at this point, which was pretty hilarious. Busta Rhymes was the funniest. He was making fun of my other guy that was with me because he kept fucking up his lines because he was so enamored by Busta Rhymes and stuff. He was just like, "Are you doing an interview? Or am I doing an interview?" He was just busting his balls the whole time. Yeah,
I forgot you said Nas, and I forgot those.
Yeah, Nas was the most interesting one, I would say, out of them, because when I did Nas, his manager, before I interviewed him, he's like, "You're about to interview like somebody's gonna be huge, like in the industry." Like he was pretty much saying like, you have no idea like how big this guy is going to be. And I'm thinking, didn't blow smoke on my ass, whatever. Then like all these years later, you just see how big Nas became as being like one of the top MCs out
so
there.
when you interviewed him, he wasn't very big then.
He was Nasty Nas at the time, so he just been came out with his first couple of cuts and stuff. So we were playing on the radio and everything. Okay. Yeah, it was cool though. It was like a big Source thing they sent us to. Remember Source magazine back in the day? So it was the first like one of the Source concerts in DC. So we were down there interviewing them all and kind of just hanging out and shooting the shit. So I would have loved to interview Public Enemy. I met their lawyer and stuff when we were down there, but they weren't there to be interviewed or anything. So it was cool. It was fun doing the music stuff. It was funny.
No P. Diddy interviews or anything?
No, he wasn't. He was still baby oil enough. He wasn't even out the baby oil aisle at that time when I was down there. But it was funny.
I had to throw it in there.
So Janice, my wife, she was actually a building manager at our student union. And so they brought in one year, it was DOS Effects, it was Redman, and it was EPMD for a concert, right? And it was just like, I was expecting to kind of meet them and stuff because she was like, anything. So I had all the backstage stuff and I can like go in and kind of connect with them. And it's like, I had to go out of town that weekend to Chicago for my other job, which was I was a media ad manager for our newspaper. So I did that stuff. So we were up there for a conference. I'm like, the same weekend they were there. And so she told me, she went in, like checked the building and stuff. She walked into one of the rooms, pushed the door open. All it was just smoke. They were all
what? Are you in here? Are you in here?
Well, that would have been cool to actually meet those guys. So I was a huge EPMD fan and Redman back in the day, of course. So it DOS Effects. So yeah.
I remember when Redman and Method Man put their album out together when they first collabed together. I was like, oh, that was so good.
Yeah. Well, it was funny when they had that, the song Rockwilder. They're like, everybody's like, that song is so short. Like, they didn't like the song. Redman didn't like that song at the time. And it was like one of the best songs they did together, which was hilarious. Like,
that's usually the way it always goes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Usually don't like it, and that's usually the big hit.
Yeah. But being a DJ was fun back, especially on the radio. I got a real good appreciation, especially since the main station was alternative. So we would play a lot of the Cowboy Junkies, Rollins Band, early Nirvana, Soundgarden, REM, stuff before it got really mainstream. And then we wouldn't play it once it was mainstream and stuff. So college stations break a lot of music that gets popular over time.
Yeah, that's true.
Had to be at work at 8 a.m. also, but I could show up in my underwear. I just keep the webcam off, right? Yeah, I got that short commute too. It's just to turn around the corner into the other room. So yeah.
Braggers.
Drink so much, I see Yahoo Serious on the screen. You didn't drink yourself back in time, Emerson. That's like I got an email earlier. It was like, remember the old like Yahoo Flickr if you wanted to save photos or whatever?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Like, I got an email like, oh, you're over. It was like, you're over your limit for about, like, do I even have a Flickr account anymore? Like, I don't even know I have a Flickr account. They're like, you're over usage. If you want to save your pictures, check in. Like, who the fuck checks in the Flickr still? I don't do that anymore. Like, yeah. It's like, is MySpace going to send me an email next? Like, what's going on here? Is Tom still out there? What's happening?
So they just recently sent an email on that?
Yeah, like a couple days ago. Yeah.
Oh,
like,
wow.
What the hell?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
But I do wonder sometimes what happened to Tom from MySpace. How's he doing out there in life right now?
That's still a thing? Is that still operating?
Yeah, I think it is. I think people still have some MySpace pages floating around probably. It's like AOL, like occasionally still come across like the old AOL emails that people actually have. Like, do you still use? Oh yeah, it still comes in. Blah blah blah.
No,
okay.
Shannon's best friend has an AOL. She comes. I was like, first thing I'm thinking of was like,
yeah. Like I got that.
That's still happening.
I got that.
Don't you dare! Do not hit that button. I hate that sound. Oh.
NY never got to deal with that, Mal.
I remember back in the day, it's like I'd be downloading a song from Napster, and all of a sudden it cut me off, and here I talk. I'm like, damn it, Shannon, you cut me off. I was downloading a song. It'd take me like 24 hours to download. So it's like, what the hell?
You think about those old things like
titties on the fucking screen.
It's like whatever happened to how much time was spent on BitTorrent back in the day, right? Now you can't. Nobody uses it anymore. Yeah.
You keep apologizing to me like I didn't see half that shit. Are you kidding me? I did AOL chat rooms when I was way too young to be doing AOL chat rooms. I've been
saw it at high speed. You didn't see it at no 14.4.
You went on 14.4 MPS or whatever.
Try to be like 5.5, 14. Yes, 14. It's going to take no time. I'll say to be like, oh shit, that's going to be enough 3 hours.
Hey,
Mal never had to say, hang up, I'm on the computer.
You're right, exactly.
My first computer was connected to the keyboard, all right? So stop. Stop. All right? It was all one piece.
You never had to go the Oregon Trail when you were young?
Oregon Trail was awesome, though. That was fun.
Not only did we do Oregon Trail on the computers, we had to act it out as a play in 4th grade. I'm serious. We had to dress up and have the wagon and do the thing in the gymnasium to teach the littler ones, the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st graders.
Why would you Oregon Trail, not like Oklahoma?
Stupid. It was so bad.
No, I thought was one of the best games. You guys might remember this. Mal won't, but Dr. J and Larry Bird.
Larry Bird, yeah, 101. That was our jam back in the day.
That's when they broke the glass, and you're like, oh, shit, they're breaking the glass? What the hell?
The little glass sweeper come out and push the glass to the side. Yeah.
They come out sweeping it. You're like, oh.
I remember how the old Nintendo was Bird versus Jordan.
Yeah, that was the 2nd edition.
Oh,
yeah.
Like Bird would just drain threes, and you just bring Jordan in to do some 360s. Oh yeah, I love that.
That might have been the first trash talking type game that came out, because you were definitely trash talking when you were playing that game. The glass
No. Forget Bird and Jordan. I was doing Duck Hunt. All right.
Oh, Duck Hunt was
I had fun, and the dog laughed at you when you missed shit. Yeah, I was there. All right.
That dog
had the original Sega, and we had the one before
But did you GoldenEye? That's the question. Because GoldenEye, back in the day, GoldenEye was the first shooter that got people into the shooters back then. So yeah.
I never got into the shooters though. That just wasn't my.
You were playing Duck Hunt. You were shooting.
Yes.
I was. But the shooter games on the Nintendo, Deb was teaching me to use real guns.
Right. She's only playing for the dog that laughed,
Yeah. Remember the old game? Remember the old game Carnival back in the day?
What game?
Oh yeah.
Carnival was on Nintendo too. Yeah, I had to play that game like crazy. Yeah.
I'm waiting for Vanessa to pop in. Shooter games.
I still have
real life.
Guys, I still have my SNES and it still works. And Chu and I will play games on it. I still have it. It's brown now because apparently you can't keep them clean. But I still have my SNES and my Nintendo, the NES downstairs, and we play games on it. I'm not kidding.
Do you have that great classic called Tecmo Bowl?
I don't,
because that was the classic back in the day.
I don't have
that was then with Super Tecmo Bowl had the play action fake. That was like I thought, shit, this is happening right now. This is great.
But I also played Zelda when you had to type in commands.
Oh, okay. Wait, that was on Nintendo. Then you were on a Commodore 64 or something?
No, the Nintendo where you typed in the commands was the computer, but you had to type in, go left or whatever. You had to code or whatever to make him move screens. But I played that too, so.
I think I'm going to check out.
I didn't do ColecoVision though.
Oh, okay. Time for a little walkie walk. Yeah. Like,
I get it. I get
it's
it.
either outside or in here. You tell me, boss.
Yeah, and I ain't picking it up in here. So I'll take her outside.
All right.
All right.
That's why you gotta have cats.
Yep. Have a
Pretty
nice
Cheers.
day. Yep. Take care of yourself.
Take it easy.
Talk to you next week.
All right.
Sounds good.
Cheers.
All right. Take care.
Make sure to check out Dave Beer in Front. There you go. Yeah, let's play some good games back in the day. Rod J, DJ, let's see. Actually, CNC Music Factory back in the day. One of my friends, it was so funny. It was so when I was in college, freshman year, like 87, and then I think it was like 88. We would go out to the clubs and stuff like that and everything. And 89. I'm trying to think what year it was, but it was CNC Music Factory. They came out with, and everybody sweating out. Like one of my friends, he was from Malaysia.
I think
And he
it
was
was
just
80,
like-
I think it was
it was like-
88 or 89.
Like 88. So he was he loved to go out and dance, but he'd be like, you get some of those people that are in your crew or whatever, you go out to dance, and this is like that one song comes on and like that's my song. Like, like
my
he's
jam
just
right
like
there. Here we go.
give me space or whatever. But it would come on, like everybody sweat, and he'd just be like he would just go crazy dancing to that song. He loves some CNC Music Factory.
Like,
Yeah.
damn, who's this guy right here? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, those were the days. Switch an IPA 10 by Half Acre. IPA in the house.
Nice.
Listen to some Dead and drinking a hazy. There you go. That's comfortable.
Oh yeah, gotta love it.
Yeah. Our freshman year, we used to always listen to Pink Floyd every time we go to bed. Like me and my roommate, both of us are big Pink Floyd fans, and it'd just be like, put it on, and we just like go to sleep to it.
Yeah, but so that means like what, 3 songs? Because that lasted 25 minutes each.
Oh, they were long. They were long songs. Don't get me wrong. We'd be out, but yeah. Yeah.
So my parents used to have trouble putting me to sleep, and they would hum "Stairway to Heaven," and "Stairway to Heaven" used to put me to sleep if they would hum it to me. To this day, if I'm driving and "Stairway to Heaven" comes on, I have to change the channel because I get sleepy when the song plays. I can't help it. I get sleepy to this day when I hear "Stairway to Heaven," so I can't listen to it while I'm driving.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you're definitely tied to that song now.
If "Stairway to Heaven" didn't put me to sleep, they would take me in the car and drive, and the driving would put me to sleep. So it's one or the other.
So put the two together, you're
is
screwed.
like, it's really bad. I have to change the channel every time. I can't listen to "Stairway to Heaven" in the car.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you put them both together. It's like magic at that point.
I know, right? It's
Like,
just
here, I'm gonna take a nap here for a minute. Just wait till I get home.
If I want to take a nap in the car, I tell Chew, you're driving, and I'll put in headphones and I'll listen to "Stairway to Heaven." I'll be out before the song's done. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Cheers, Justin in the house. Welcome. Polish lager beer. I haven't had a Polish beer in a while. I do like some of the Polish ones though that I've had.
Oh, it's been a bit for me too.
Yeah. When I watch like Simon and Real Ale Craft Beer, he does a lot of Polish stuff from time to time, and that craft scene they got over there has actually been pretty good from the stuff that he shares. So I'd like to try to find them when I can. I think the last one I did was like Combs. I think was the last Polish beer I had, but
he does fun videos. I like his channel.
Yeah.
Especially when he like goes places and stuff. Like
yeah.
He's entertaining.
I need to get him on to do a spotlight with him. One of my favorite IPAs. Okay. That was the one from Half Acre. That was a 10. One of JT's favorite. Buffalo in the house. What's up, Buffalo? Cheers. Welcome. Why you just give cheers to Todd? Like me and Mal are just here. Like we're just window dressing.
No,
You're just saying cheers, Todd. You don't want to give us any props. All right, I see how you roll.
It's all about me, right? It's all about me,
Yeah. Going down the road feeling bad. Don't feel bad. Are you feeling bad? Is that the song, Going Down the Road Feeling Bad? Because I don't feel bad. Is that a Dead song, Going Down the Road Feeling Bad?
I don't know. All I can think of is "I'm Feeling Good" by Michael Bublé now. It's stuck in my head. I went the opposite.
I don't know why, but sometimes I hear Grateful Dead, I think Grateful Dead, I think Ben and Jerry's ice cream. I don't know why that works out that way, but it does.
Well,
That
because
makes
Cherry
sense. That
Garcia.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Cherry Garcia.
Yeah.
Cherry
Yeah.
Garcia. That's
But I never get Cherry Garcia. That's the thing.
Me either.
Yeah. I just feel like there's a vibe between Ben and Jerry's ice cream and the Grateful Dead. I don't know what the vibe is. I also see that with fish too. I know they got a fish ice cream as well, but it's just
They do.
yeah.
I don't remember what it is, but they do.
It's like someone says, I'm gonna go to the fish show. I'm like, oh, I wish I had some Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
I want some ice cream all of a sudden.
As much as the Grateful Dead and Fish did that jamming thing that their songs will last 20 minutes or so, I'd still rather listen to a really good jazz ensemble just rock out for 20 minutes.
Just rock out. Yeah, do like a jam session. Yeah.
Like there's obviously Chicago's well known for jazz, and there's some jazz clubs where if you go in and you're talking while the band is talking, they will kick your ass out because you're not supposed to talk when the band's playing. You can talk in between songs, but not during. And there are some amazing musicians down here or up here, down here, up here, wherever you are.
Wherever,
incredible.
Wherever you are in the world,
Like they'll just jam, and one vocalist will come up, they'll finish a song, and the bass player will keep going, and the piano joins in, and all of a sudden there's a different singer that just wanders up there and starts singing with them, and they do a different song, and then they'll. The saxophone player goes off on a tangent, and all of a sudden they're playing a whole different song, and some other singer will come up and sing with them, and it's incredible, absolutely incredible. I love it so much.
The two cities that I feel like that I've been to that have been the best, like for that kind of stuff, jam sessions, have been like Chicago and New Orleans. Like I went into bars in those spots, and it's just like you sit down, and you have the jam session taking place, and you're like. This group has to be on the label, right? This one man, this woman has to be on and you're like, no, they're just like our local talent. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you get blown away, and it's just like a little jam session that takes place.
So when you said two towns, my first thought was Chicago and New Orleans because that's the two places I've seen it, and they're incredible. Absolutely.
They're incredible when you go in there and you're just like, and you're mesmerized listening to the music and just like, it just pulls you in. So I love those cities for the music that they provide.
And you have to dig to find those places. You have to, not so much in New Orleans. In Chicago, you have to dig.
Well, Chicago, we kind of like stumbled into one. Like, we just stumbled into I can't even remember the name of it. And it's like you walk in, and it's like you see pictures on the wall, like where B.B. King had been there or all these other performers. And it's just like, it's like one of those bars you come in there, like, hey, you mind if I do a set? It's like if you're out in a comedy club or something, and Dave Chappelle walks in, like, you mind if I do a set? And all of a sudden, you're there like watching a local comedian. All of a sudden, Dave Chappelle pops up on stage. Like, what the? I got to pay extra for this. Like, what's going on? And it's just like,
and that can happen in Chicago. Like a lot of those musicians who play jazz, like the professionals, they know those clubs, and they'll just show up at random, and they'll just hop in.
They like to work on new stuff or just get their expressions out or whatever. Yeah, and it's just like.
But I've never been to a bar where there was a couple in the corner celebrating their anniversary or whatever, and they kept like talking to each other, and they got kicked out. They got kicked out of the bar. Their booth got emptied, and they put 4 other people in that booth and just kicked them out because they wouldn't shut up during the song. I was like, that's amazing. Just saying, music took preference over everything. That makes
like people are here to listen to the show. It's like
Right? They say in Bloomington, like John Mellencamp will pop in, like at the Bluebird Cafe or whatever. Yeah. He lives like literally 30 minutes down the road, so he sometimes just pops in and plays whatever. Like that'd be amazing.
There's like parts of Cincinnati because Peter Frampton was from there, and he would pop in and play guitar and stuff. Like one of the breweries there, Fretboard, they literally have a tap that runs through one of Peter Frampton's guitars, which is one of the coolest shit that I've ever seen there. Like he's autographed everything, and they bring it out to some of the beer fests from time to time. And I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool. But like some of the spots where he's near, like he'll pop in. It's like, mind if I sit in on a set? And like Peter Frampton, go ahead, fucking, you tell us. Is that Fretboard for that one? Yeah.
Got that in Cincinnati at the beer fest.
At the beer fest, we had it was the beer fest we did outside the Reds ballpark one year, and it was like, what the. And when we're talking to Fretboard, it's like, it ran through this guitar that Peter Frampton had signed off. Like, that is fucking cool. Like, that is just that is cool. It actually worked. Like, it ran a tap through it, and it was just like, I wouldn't fucking take that in. I'd have that as a showcase somewhere. That's fucking awesome. So,
So my mother lived in Phoenix from the time I was 9 till I was 17. And during that time, Alice Cooper opened a restaurant down there called Cooperstown, which Cooperstown is where the Baseball Hall of Fame is. So baseball and rock and roll in the whole place. It was all baseball and rock and roll memorabilia. And of course, he opened it the year the Diamondbacks started. So because it was like their first year going and everything. So every year after that, when I would go to visit my mom, I would tell her I have to go to Cooperstown because I kept hoping, because he would stop by on random occasions and just play and like do music there. And I kept hoping I would get to see Alice Cooper at Cooperstown. I was like, I'm going to keep trying. I go down there twice a year. I'm going to keep trying until I catch him.
Like, it's got to happen at some point. It's got to happen at some point, right? Yeah.
Yet, but, you know.
Aubrey had it, done it, agree with it. Yeah, this is a nice little six-pack of the torpedo, but it can definitely get you going where you want to go for sure. But I do like the torpedo from Sierra Nevada as well. CB Simulator on CompuServe. I do remember CompuServe. I'm trying to think of a CB Simulator.
I don't remember.
Simulator. That was when you charged by the hour. What a scam, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent a lifetime playing Doom. I did play a lot of Doom. So the funniest thing, like back in the early 90s, there was a game called King's Quest. And I think it was King Quest 4 or 5 or like that and everything.
So familiar to me.
Yeah. And it was like one of those CD games you put into like the Commodore or the computer or whatever it was that we had back then. And it was like it was so involved. Like the whole radio station was like helping. So like you would go in and you get off your shift and someone else would come in for theirs and they would take off from where you were. Because it was like a continuation of trying to get through this damn game. So everybody was kind of helping each other. This game had so much shit that was going on with it. But yeah.
I remember the name. I never played it, but yeah, I remember it though.
Yeah, it was fun because you'd be like, "Did you get through the so and so?" Like, I'm still stuck here. Like, how did you get back in trying to figure out the puzzle and everything? It was good. I mean, I ran into a lot of the good people. Oh, King T was another person that was there as well that I spoke with there. He actually autographed a thing there that I have in my thing, but it was cool. It was just like it was.
That I have in my thing.
Yeah, I mean,
sounds are good.
It was just all part of just, getting out there and doing stuff. I mean, I don't even think about much about it as much, but my buddy that was a DJ with me, he actually has all the tapes and stuff. He was going to try to get them on a computer at some point. I need to reach out to him. He's out in LA, but he still has all the interviews we did and everything like that and all kind of stuff. So it'd be kind of cool to go back and just listen to some of that stuff. And I have a few of the old tapes from the old shows I did back then. I never transcribed those over, but once in a while I might throw that into like something where I have a tape deck, but it's just like, it was funny just back then. So it was weird, also because growing up as a kid and Todd, you probably know, I mean, Mal, you probably know too, but Todd, like we used to like record off the radio. It was weird.
Yep.
It was weird when I found out people were recording the stuff I was playing off the radio.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was recording. Like, what? Like, they're like, that's like, you never thought, like, because you did that as a kid, you never thought other people were actually recording what you were actually playing. And it's just like,
I remember when I was a kid, one Christmas, I got like a little recordable tape deck, whatever. And every Sunday after that, I was like, case of case, I'm top 40, record.
Okay.
Like, then the commercial will kick in. I'm like, what the fuck? Come on, man. What are you doing? Yeah, it's like, it's shit. That ain't gonna work. I can't do that.
I waited for 5 hours straight for a specific song to play on the radio.
Yeah.
And, to record it because I was making a mixtape for one of my friends. So I was waiting to record this one specific song. And it finally came on, and the DJ talked over the beginning and the end of it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's nice, wasn't it? Yeah.
So I, at my amazing 13 years old, called the radio station and got to talk to the DJ. And I said, dude, you talked over the beginning and the end of that song. I love that song. Why are you talking while the song's on? And he said, don't ever fucking call back. And he hung up on me.
Oh, wow. This is why.
Yeah. it was at least 12 years before I called a radio station again because he scared me because I was 13 and he was mean. Yeah. So,
I mean, that's understandable.
I got scared by a DJ when I was a kid.
Well, the funny thing is when I was DJing, when we first did the radio station, we'd have to do like a 12 to 3 or a 3 to 6 overnight because they would like do that for a semester because they wanted to make sure you were actually involved and you were going to really want to have that passion, right? And you do like a 3 to 6 and someone's like, you look at the phone and the phone's like lighting up at like 4 in the morning. Like, who the fuck is listening at 4 in the morning? Like, it's just like, hey, can you play so and so? Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, I can work that in. Blah blah blah. And it's just like it was funny. Sometimes the general manager would actually call, so you had to answer because sometimes they would call to make sure you weren't just there screwing around.
Awake or not? Yeah,
right. Yeah. So you always had to answer the phone, but it was just interesting when people were like, "Oh yeah, I'm over at the Dairy Mart getting a coffee. I was wondering if you can play so and so." Oh, sure, I'll hook you up. Yeah, thanks for calling in. Blah blah blah. And so it was always kind of funny when that was ring.
Time of night, like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
The next time I called a radio station was my second year teaching, so it was a long time after when I was 13. But it was a competition, and I got paired up with this other person who called in, and he had to name Chevy vehicles models, and I had to name Ford. My dad was a Ford guy and raised me fixing cars with him. So I ended up winning the competition. I got tickets to Cirque du Soleil in the Quad Cities.
Cirque du Soleil.
But that was my second time talking to a DJ, and that went much better than the first time.
That went better.
I was like, okay, cool. They don't hate me.
Yeah, we had when we did our show, we actually once you did the regular rotation. After a semester, you were able to get on one of the more specialty type shows. So I used to do a show, it was called the Urban Diner. It was more of the hip hop R&B type thing. But we had leeway on what we could actually do on some of the shows and stuff for entertainment. Yeah, there's stuff we probably did there we probably get canceled for nowadays, but it was really funny back then. So it was just like my one buddy would come in, he would play like a gay weatherman. And he would read the weather, and then it's like, if we had somebody somebody would say something like, because we would have friends on the football team and all this kind of stuff like that and everything, and he always go after me like, "Do you see so and so in those little tight pants?" Blah blah blah, and he would just do all this kind of stuff on the show, and it was just like nobody would ever screw with us because they didn't want to be featured as being kind of the prop that we were going to use that night for the show and everything. Nowadays, people would probably complain that we were probably being insensitive or something like that. It was a fun time back then doing the shit that we would do. Yeah.
Speaking of insensitive, fun. So we mentioned Grease before, and you mentioned misogynistic, and you didn't actually, segue to the person on the crew here who might actually have some insight into that. So I love the movie Grease. I will never hate the movie Grease. I love the soundtrack, everything about it. However, she had to change who he was in order for them to date. The girl who dropped out of beauty school was
Sandy. Sandy had to change Danny.
Yes.
And then the beauty school dropout. Yeah.
When she dropped out of beauty school, she was obviously.
I still remember Grease.
And then Rizzo, who had a bun in the oven, according to the gossip.
I liked Rizzo though. Rizzo was got that old fire. Like Rizzo was like rough and tough.
She was being completely ostracized in school because
for being pregnant. Yeah.
And then the song "Grease Lightning." I
love those are my favorite songs.
Oh, the Chicks-L Cream is one of the lines in the song. The Chicks-L Cream for Grease Lightning. So this is
like me learning about me learning like an ACD song like 10 years later. When I heard ACDC at 7 versus when I heard it at 17. Different meanings.
That's what that means.
I will admit, as a young girl watching Grease, I felt that I needed to change in order to, make someone date me based on that movie. However, I still love the movie because I've grown up and I understand that's not the truth and that's how things were back then. So I'm not saying it should be canceled. I'm just saying this is from a female perspective watching it as a child. These are the things that you notice as a female child watching.
Gotcha. I got you.
You know, you had to have the girl drop the thing so they could start the race because girls can't drive cars. And, you know, just little things like that. There's just little moments where it's like, well, a girl could have done any of those fucking things. Fuck you guys. But I've learned that from growing
I mean,
up.
Michelle Rodriguez has proved that in Fast and the Furious. That's, you know, she's proved that now. So, although they still have girls drop the, they never had a guy drop the thing in Fast and the Furious either. It's always women that drop the flag still. So
I will admit that the word misogynistic and the word grease popped up earlier, and I've been holding on to that, thinking,
yeah.
you know, I feel like
I forgot what the other istic words. I know it was misogynistic, and there were a couple other words they said about it too. But you know,
well,
okay.
my dad actually was a greaser in school, so like he hung out with the greasers and had, you know, like he had long hair, so he could hang with the hippies or the greasers, but he was willing to knife a person so that greasers liked him too. But your dad probably liked Lords of Flatbush, which was a movie I loved as a kid, but he probably saw Lords of Flatbush back in the day with Stallone and Winkler and all of them. They were kind of that way. Brought it up, so I don't know, but it's possible.
Yeah. I bet he probably did, because that was a classic back then. Yeah.
Yeah. But well, he was more what's the guy on the motorcycle that takes off, throws his watch? It's a classic motorcycle movie.
That James Dean was doing something?
No, James Dean did a car. It was a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Evil Knievel?
No, at the end of the movie, he like takes off his watch into the desert and just takes off. But I can't remember the name of the movie. So anyone watching, please comment.
I can't think of that. It was the motorcycle at the end. Oh, Steve McQueen and Bullet was pretty good though.
Easy
but that
Rider.
was Cars.
It was
Easy Peter Fonda. Easy Rider. Okay.
But yeah, at the end of Easy Rider, he like tosses his wristwatch and just takes off. Or end or beginning, I don't know where it happened.
That was probably misogynistic in that movie too.
Oh, I'm sure it was 100%.
Yeah. Dennis Hopper was awesome though in it. Him and Peter Fonda. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I like a lot of old movies. Honestly, the old kung fu movies are some of my favorites. And women are not treated well in those. Women are not expected to have opinions ever in those. But
not unless you're Foxy Brown. If you're Foxy Brown, I mean, you can definitely kick some ass in those ones. Yeah. Okay. Pam Grier put a lot of men down for sure.
Yeah.
In a good and bad way sometimes. I mean,
I was also a person. I was also a person who lived on my own for the first few years of my life and like went to restaurants by myself, and no one could understand how a woman would be having a lunch out at a restaurant all by herself. Like this was shocking. And I'm like,
well, it's always funny just because historically, like the stuff you find out, like how women couldn't get their own credit card account until like the 80s. It's like you never think about that, but you're like, really, like that is kind of crazy. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, then, like they couldn't get stuff like that.
Like it's not really that long ago. You know what I mean?
It's not when you really think about it. It's like, how is that still like, it was a different world.
Even back in the 50s, 60s, like, it's a long time ago, but it's not really that long ago, you know? It's like,
I was 25 when I moved out of the country all by myself and didn't know anyone where I was going, didn't like have a place set up where I was going, and did all this. People couldn't have done that 20 years before that. No way.
Yeah. Right.
In the 80s, no, a woman couldn't have moved out of the country and done a thing. No. But I was able to, and thank goodness for that. So we've come a long way.
I did not know that one. I'll have to check it out, JT. Ukraine, pretty good craft beer scene. I've had some of the Ukraine beers, yeah. Bringing a smile to his face. Midwest. Well, yeah, I mean, so you're giving Ty love because it's Midwest. Okay. I got you. But I thought you were Northeast. I thought you were Buffalo or something there. Buffalo. I mean,
three of us were Midwest for a while.
Yeah. Ben and Jerry sold out the Unity. Did they sell out though? Because I see them on stuff nowadays, and they're still pretty much progressive on things. I mean, they might have took a check for some stuff, but yeah. Oh my God, Double Dribble back in the day was my game in the arcade, the basketball game. Yeah, I think it came on it was like on a television. I don't think it was on Atari. I think it was on television it came out on, and maybe one of the other systems. But Double Dribble was a game.
It was Nintendo. Yeah,
maybe Nintendo. Yeah, but Double Dribble.
That was so great.
I used to like Arch Rivals too, because you could punch the other people
yes,
while you're playing basketball.
Was good too. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, see, GoldenEye is the bomb. Xbox, they brought that back out. It's like that's the original right there, first person shooter. That's like the one that got started.
I was more of a Donkey Kong girl myself. Sorry, I wasn't into the shooters.
Donkey Kong.
I've actually got a couple of Donkey Kong beers I got to drink at some point here. Tracks born and raised in New Orleans, living in Chicago for 22. Yeah, you went from a good music city to another good music city.
You got both.
Memphis would bring Memphis and May back to America. Oh, I don't know about that down there, but Memphis is one of those things I think has a little bit of a scene too, right? Like, I don't know how big it is in relation to Chicago and New Orleans, but they have some music that comes through Memphis.
Did it move out of America? Is it in a different place?
Memphis in May. Not Memphis. Memphis in May is an event.
Well, I know, but Memphis is a city, yes.
Yes.
In the U.S.
Tennis. Yes.
Well, they're saying back to America. I'm like, did it move to Costa Rica?
Oh.
Like, where did it go?
Did it? Yeah, where's Memphis in May at now? Like, is it Memphis in?
There is a Memphis in like Turkey or something, right? There's a city called Memphis over there somewhere, right? Did they take it?
Memphis in May. It's playing in Belarus this year.
I'm sorry. Literal again. I apologize.
Oh, look at that. 19 against the BB King right up front on stage. That would have been an awesome experience.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Chu's fault that I'm not literal, just so you know.
A lot of the games are discussing. Yeah, Xbox Game Pass. Yeah. But on PlayStation, son.
Yes, PlayStation here.
Trez got snookered. He used to be PlayStation, now he's Xbox. So he got snookered over to the Xbox side.
I'll stick with my GameCube. I'm happy.
Yeah, funny as hell, Mel. Yeah, that's why we keep her around.
Yes.
Crossroads show in the house. Welcome, Crossroad. Great to have you here.
Welcome.
Cheers and happy Thursday, or depending on where you're at in the world, it might be Friday or it still might be early Thursday, depending.
Yeah, depending.
Yeah.
Crossrod show? Crossrod
show. Crossrod _ show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I read
saying hi. Saying hi. Hi. What?
I just read Crossroad show at first.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Which, if it's your first time here, which it is, great to have you. Just so you know, every Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, we do one thing.
No champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer. No champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer.
I told you, Todd, Miles getting worked up again. I didn't write the song. It's just a song I pulled, and you tried to.
I know it's funny, but we got to change it, man. Because you can't.
Now she can't sleep for 2 days.
Miles gonna get me counseled, y'all. She does not like the girly drink. She doesn't like the girly drink line.
I drink beer and whiskey. I don't drink.
It didn't say you can't.
And beer. It didn't say
you couldn't drink whiskey. It didn't say you couldn't drink whiskey.
It
said no champagne.
Beer.
It said no champagne or girly drinks. Whiskey isn't usually a girly drink.
I'll tell you, a glass of scotch and a cigar is a great night for me, and you can go fuck yourself with the girly drinks thing, because.
Whoa! F-bombs. There's no need for F-bombs here.
The words are saying that loud. I'm gonna need you to simmer down now. Simmer down.
Don't you simmer down me. The song is catchy, and I like the song. I just wish it didn't say.
You used to like the song more. Now you're like more fired up.
I have a backbone.
But you liked the song before. Okay, I'll try to see if I can find a new song that expresses our love of beer.
No, you got to play it just because, Rod.
I will fire those folks like the dock workers and get some new people in.
Can we re-record it where it says "and shitty drinks"? We drink.
I didn't re-record it. It wasn't me. I'm not on there. These were women. These were women that came up with it. That's a woman's voice.
Women came up with it. Women came up with the bra and the high heel too. Fuck that. No, it was men. Shut up. Just because a woman's speaking doesn't mean a woman came up with it.
But they
Anyway,
drink beer and beer and
Wait a
beer,
minute.
beer,
So
beer.
a woman didn't come up with the high heel and a bra?
no, that was all men. And
What about the bikini?
man.
The bikini? What about the bikini? I gotta think of
No,
one
there
thing
wasn't
about
no
that.
man that wanted to bra.
Because
There was
man
no
came
man that wanted to
with the
bra.
one piece, and man came with the one piece, and women were like, "That's too hot. I need to cut it down a little bit."
No, it was still men.
There was no
Okay.
man that wanted to bra.
All right.
Anyway, if we could rewind it with shitty drinks, that would solve all the
Why would a man want to bra? That's just more shit to get through.
You say that makes me think of the Seinfeld episode when George was interviewing to be a bra salesman, and his mom's like, "What do you know about bras?" And George's like, "I know a lot about bras."
So the man that came up with the bra, he was in his 50s.
I know
60s.
plenty about him. Yeah.
No. He was in his 50s and 60s, and his wife was also in her 50s and 60s. Why do you think he came up with a bra? To hold those babies up. That's all he wanted. Sorry. It's just what he wanted.
I mean, we could be like Europe and don't even need a bra. It's women's call.
Well,
It's up to the women.
Well,
Just
I'm not wearing one right now because I know better.
And like that, the viewership went up.
Put a tagline in there like this. Subscribe.
I think our phone lines are lighting up right now. Tell them out.
It's busy right now. It's busy.
So I don't mind.
Oh gosh. Spent a lot of time in Memphis too. Great music scene.
A woman onto your show, you got to drop the girly drinks.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying that was just a song that was out there, so it seemed like
it is catchy. I like.
Yeah, it's a catchy tune, right?
Yeah.
Got a nice little beat, dance to it. So yeah.
Roger, you won't play it again, or dare you? You won't.
But
Don't poke the bear, Todd.
R. Kelly had some catchy tunes too. Just saying.
Until you find out the second meaning of them. Like, wait a second. You don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. P. Diddy, same thing. Take that. What?
Say P. Diddy, yes, with the
what are you
motion
taking
and, whatever. It's all good. Baby oil, it's fine.
Now, as much as I'm, being all weird, I'm not like actually angry, and you guys know that, right? I'm just fucking. It's more fun.
People have done that with some of them.
Are you?
People have done that with some of the Michael Jackson songs, which is kind of crazy too. But I feel like I don't know the whole Michael Jackson thing, but it's kind of like when you go back and look at some of the words on some of the songs, you're kind of like, it might be a little suspicious, but
I still don't think he did it. I really don't.
I don't think he did. I don't really think he did it. I think he was kind of ruined from being a kid because of Joe. But
no, I think his dad effed him up, and he just wanted companionship. And I really think that was the case. But people misconstrue companionship all the time. So
he never got to really be a kid, so he's always trying to be that kid type thing. So I
think that was the case right there.
Yeah. And
grew up way too fast and was in the spotlight from day one. So.
Yeah, and that'll F up a lot of people. It's already effed up a lot of people.
Yeah. So, speaking of, that's another one that like Tito Jackson just died too. That was another one. People don't talk about Tito enough. I mean, Tito was on guitar, so Tito, he hit his part there too. But Tito had died recently as well.
Well, he always sang the baritone on the songs. Like he had the lower voice register when they were doing the 5-part harmony, and he was great at that baritone. And me being a music person, like I can sing all the parts in the songs.
Yeah.
His part was always tricky. It was really excellent. He did a great job.
Well, you were a big Harry Potter fan too, right?
Yeah. Oh,
so
I know.
the Dame chick died, but apparently the other chick now, who was like one of the teachers, I say other chick, the other woman.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know. I tried to catch myself. The other woman that's like 80-something years old that was like a biology teacher.
Yes.
Or whatever. She said she just came out with a release saying she doesn't have much long to live either because she has like a spinal type thing. I'm like, but people are getting older, so people are going to die at some point. But it's just like, can we stop on this celebrity run right now that's taking place?
Right?
Like you're losing icons left and right.
She was the herbology teacher.
Yeah.
And she's done a lot of other stuff too. Like she was really, really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Rajay, please, when you in the show tonight, play that beer song. I've heard that before. The beer song?
You should play it.
Just one more time, just because.
Yeah, come on, you got it. Just like the Smokey the Bear BS.
Well, you gotta understand, tonight's been kind of crazy.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no. 5 beers. Oh no. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
I didn't drink that much, but obviously
Who's
that would not be good. Stone Cold was when he was drinking like Bud Light or Miller Light on that. We could not drink like 9. I mean, we could drink 9 beers, like we've done it to Airbnb, but it would not be a good thing.
That'd be a whole other show then.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if I drink 9 beers, you're going to talk me into shotgunning something again, and that's not going to happen.
Yes.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
JT was a Dusty Rhodes impersonation. We'll see what we could do in the Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes is awesome. I wish I had the one when they die. I wish I could find a post-mortem one.
No,
I can't find that one anymore.
That's where we need Joe for Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes.
Well, I think JT's talking about the one I have from.
No, I know. Yeah, I know.
Video. There was a third one that you can't find online now. I think they got like a cease and desist one. They need to take it down. I wonder if I can find that here. That's like one of the funniest one when they're like dead and he's doing it. You remember that one, Todd? The post-mortem wrestling.
Oh, yes. I do remember.
The PMW.
Yes.
That was classic. We up here in the PMW. What? Post-mortem wrestling league.
Like all the other guys that were dead there also.
Don't you cry for old Dust.
I feel like it would be like the thing on MTV, the claymation, the
boxing one. The boxing one.
Match. Or where they had
death match.
They would fight like boxing or whatever. Yeah, wrestling.
Well, I mean,
it was like celebrities, right? Yeah.
Celebrity death match is what it was called, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that shit.
And it was Mills Lane was the ref.
Well, yeah, they had like Britney Spears versus Christina Aguilera, and they had like they had like stupid shit. Like they had Alf on there once, and I'm like, Alf, really? Okay, sure. And he was up against the guy from Willow, I think. Was it? Like the little guy from Willow, like
or a little person.
Yes.
Is it a little person or is it a midget? I don't know. I feel it feels weirder saying little person than it does midget to me.
Little guy, but little person, yes.
Oh, little guy! Look at you belittling the person. Little guy. Hey, little guy.
Gender specific.
Yeah. No.
Way to go, Mal. Way to go, Mal. Hey, little guy. Hey, little guy. How you doing, little guy? Hey, little guy. How you doing over there, little guy? I feel like you're attacking him. Like, hey, little guy. Hey, little guy, how you doing?
Attacked, but it's nothing to do with you. I use the proper term, but assigned a gender. That's all.
Well, how you know it's a guy? It might not be a guy. Yeah, it's like a little person. It could be a little person. You don't know what he's thinking inside. You don't know what he's feeling.
Or the gender. He could be
always identified as a male. He still identifies as a male.
He might be a little them. You don't know. You don't know.
Or they or
you don't know.
His pronouns are on his IMDb.
But I don't think little guy is on there. But you call him little guy.
He's a guy.
So what if you said little fella? Would he be offended by that?
Probably.
That's a weird term.
Probably.
Who uses that term anymore?
I mean, some people do use fella. Hey, fella. Some people probably like Craig and them in the UK. In the UK, they still use fella. In the UK,
that's a normal term.
In the UK, they use fella. Or is it little mate? Hey, little mate.
And I'm not Australian. I would be insulting all the Australians.
Well, you're the one using it.
No, that was
Don't pass blame. Don't pass blame.
This is all you right here.
Spotlight.
You said, "Hey, little fella. Hey, little guy. Hey, little mate."
I did not say, "Hey, little fella." That's creepy. Like, it sounds.
That was a whole lot of no-nos right in a row there. You can't say that. You can't say that.
I mean, if it's female, do you say little miss? I mean, what are you doing there?
Well, you can. I mean, miss is still an appropriate term.
What if it's a missus?
Well, then you've effed up.
I think the big question is you can't say little in front of anything. That's wrong. I don't think it's gonna fly. It doesn't matter.
They call themselves little people. That's the actual term.
But
for
do you
it.
say full little or is it lil? Like Lil Wayne.
Is it little or L-I-L? Lil. Lil. Yeah, Lil.
I don't use contractions in the middle of words like that.
Is it little with two T's or L-I-L?
You're right. Like, it could be Lil.
Even when I'm texting, I don't use contractions. So, yeah.
Hey, little friend. I mean, can you say little friend? Would that be offensive? You say little friend? I don't know. Little friend might be offensive.
I don't think so.
I mean, you're not little. If you were little, if you were little, you might find offensive.
It could be. It could be.
Contraction, though. If you put the T's
you got that tall privilege. You got that tall privilege. So you're not little. You got the tall privilege right now. So you don't know what it feels like to be little.
Dude, you're like a foot taller than me. Shut up. I'm not tall.
But you're still kind of a little person. So you can't really say little person.
What? What do you got to say? What do you got to say? You push me away. What?
You're too tall to say anything about tall privilege. Seriously. You are way too tall. Both of you are way too tall to say anything
but
about
I'm not the one calling them Lil. You're calling them Lil. I'm not calling them Lil.
No, I'm not calling them that. I'm saying
it is a funny word, JT. You're right.
I have T's in there.
So you're saying little. But but is little better than little? I don't know.
It is.
So you say little's better? Like say little fella?
Just
you say little. If you say little fella versus little fella, is it really that much of a difference?
Depends on what part of the country you're from.
No one's saying fella. That's creepy.
What if he's a rapper and his name was Lil Fella?
No, there is no rapper called Lil Fella.
It could be. You don't know. If he's like
wait, is that little fella or just L-I-L?
If he's 4'8", if he's 4'8", his rap name might be Lil Fella. Might be Lil Fella. Lil Bow Wow. Well, now Lil Bow Wow is just Bow Wow. He's Bow Wow now, not Lil, just Bow Wow.
He's not Lil no more. He's a big Bow Wow. So you know.
You grew out of the Lil. You got too tall.
Bow Wow.
When you would have met him, it would have been like way back, like dinosaur age. So, you know, like, did you meet him?
Wow. Dinosaur age. Wow.
Oh, yeah. We're throwing the ageism now, too. You've been ageism all night, so I'm catching you back.
Wow. That is something there. That is, I was not expecting that there.
And on that note,
you guys are fun to fight with.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was trying to find that PMW, but I don't. They had to take it off at some point.
Damn.
Because that's one of the funniest ones. I had to go back and catch a video. I can go back in a video and cut it out of a video I did. I don't think you've heard that one. That was like years ago. We had that one. That was I'm just kind of going through the stuff that they have out here for him and can't find anywhere. But yeah, he's like him and the Ultimate Warrior and the Macho Man. They're all dead, and they're talking about PMW and like, don't cry for us because we're okay. We're wrestling in heaven and stuff. So it's pretty hilarious. It was pretty hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah,
a little something, right? A little something.
Since you don't have that one, do you have the one where the kid is a little monster and talking?
A little monster?
The kid who like tells
selling beer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got the kid that still sells beer and stuff, but yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel skit.
You want to do that one instead? Actually, you should play the beer song first, but
Well, I'll probably do the Dusty Rhodes because people are asking for the Dusty Rhodes one again. I'll probably play that one, but
I'll hit you up the kid later. So
yeah, the one with the little kid selling beer is pretty funny one back in the day.
That one is good.
That was the suntan lotion and the whoa. That's a little monster right there.
Kid was trying to work it. You can't blame him. Can't blame him.
He was working it for sure.
He was.
Like Missy Elliott, work it and reverse it. I don't know the words to that song, but yeah. I was a DJ, so I know the sampling parts. That's all I know. That's all I can tell you.
Nice.
Whoop, whoop. Yep. Yeah, there you go. See? When you were a DJ, you know the sampling part of it. So
James mad at the Falcons.
Are the Falcons losing?
Not anymore. Look at the comments.
Hold on. I was trying to look at the videos. Video killed the
Radio
what was it?
Star.
Yeah, Radio Star. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Star. Trez is cracking up too.
Yeah. Oh, they tied the game with 1 second left.
Oh man!
But they go into a little OT, little overtime. I don't even know who's on the Falcons anymore nowadays. I don't know anything about a lot of football teams. I never watched the NFL really.
Well, you know, when they go into the forest, poof.
Are you wanting to hear that or something? Is that what you're trying to say?
I do want to hear
but
that.
I feel like you can't just like ask for it.
Right in there,
I feel like when you ask for it, it kind of just kills the moment of it all. You know, it's kind of like
the commenters ask for stuff all the time. Why can't I ask?
Because you got to build up to it. The commenters ask and don't know when it's going to happen, but it's kind of like it's like the instant type. Yeah. I feel like you're pushing a little too hard. Just pushing a little too hard.
Simmer down.
Other than you guys attacking.
I need to get some of the simmer down sound bites on here for sure. simmer down now. Dusty Rose. I was trying to find out one thing there.
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet. A place where animals play. It's called a forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
Okay.
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
Don't ever tell me porn doesn't get you anywhere.
Right.
I know. If you have 3 or 4 times, you can do a Smokey the Bear commercial. Like, how cool is that?
She was totally made for like porn. Like, oh, this is.
I mean, if you don't feel like you need a cigarette after that, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm hanging out. Just give me time. Just give me a minute.
But don't do that careless match. No, careless whisper, yes, but not careless match.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's some good shit right there. Oh, what? Don't even tell me. They did. All right, let's check this one out here because this looks pretty funny. Let's see what they do here. Let's see.
All right, we're gonna go right to line 2. Caller, thanks for your patience there. Welcome to Primetime Talk. You're on the air. What's on your mind?
Where is it? Hello, Hogan.
Okay.
You
Well, I don't know is the bar's open early today. I don't even know what he's.
The bar's open early.
Either he's got a medical condition that just went south, or he could be liquored up. One of the two. Either way, drink and drive. We'll be right back.
Or liquored up.
Anybody remembers Andre the Giant? Remembers how he used to talk back in the day? That that was pretty fun.
Anybody want a peanut?
Yeah.
No. Princess Bride. Actually, Chew and I just watched that the other day. It made me happy.
Although Andre the Giant had the most beers consumed at one sitting, so shout out to him.
Like 2 cases or something like that, wasn't it?
No, it was like 100 and something beers that he did.
But
the beers, they look like Pez candy in his hand. Like,
little small, like 8 ounces in his hand. It was like,
it was like, are you kidding me? Like, that is crazy.
Well, I know he used to have an issue with bathrooms at hotels, so he used to just shit on the floor because if he sat on the toilet, it would break. So that was a problem for him.
I did not know that about Andre the Giant. There you go, a little trivia.
But he didn't have a choice. If he sat on the toilet, it would have broken. So he didn't want to break their toilet, but he had to shit. So, it happens.
So you leave it in the floor like your puppy?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a balcony, I'll put it on the balcony. You don't want it in the room because you got to sleep.
You got to figure it was the size of a puppy. So.
Right.
Might have been the size of a baby deer.
No kidding.
That guy.
Was not small. It was not small.
Is that Bambi?
Like, damn, I was wondering what happened to you.
Bambi, what happened?
Where'd you go?
Is that Sally Keller in the smoke? It might have been, I mean, I don't know who it was back then. It might have been some porn actress or whatever, but yeah, you got to work too. So get a nice commercial gig.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. But Smokey was definitely comfortable. You can imagine Smokey under the blankets there smoking a cigarette when he said his line. Yeah. Like he put his work in.
Yep.
Right. Hey, little fella. Like, hey, little fella.
Is that what Andre the Giant said?
Yeah. I do remember. So for those of you that don't remember, I don't know, Todd, you may have heard about this because we're down the road from Cincinnati, but in Cincinnati, there was a community that people would go to seek out, that it was all little people that lived there.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And like, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Is that still a thing or no? Do you know?
I think it's still there, but I know they got pissed when people would kind of show up, like trying to come out there and like see them like they were basically like animals in the zoo or something, Like, yeah.
It's like the zoo, little people at the zoo.
We say little and fella all the time. Mississippi, good old country folks. See, some people say fella.
It's like when people go visit the Amish. They're just there to, take photos and stuff. It's awesome.
What?
If people are going to the neighborhood, like,
who takes pictures of the Amish? Like, I got you in your horse and buggy.
You realize where I live, right?
But it's not like the Amish are like sightseeing things to like.
No, people go to the Amish communities and sightsee and take pictures of them. It's weird.
Of the Amish people. That's kind of weird. Yeah.
I saw some Amish today actually going to the Sam's Club.
Take picture of them churning butter or something and put it on a postcard. Like, I mean.
Like, it's awkward, but it happens.
I saw some Amish going into Sam's Club today. I was like, the guy was looking at all these TVs. I was like, I want to take pictures so bad.
Weird Al did a whole song about it.
You should walk up to him like, you guys got electric?
You actually use these?
You ever see the Slim Jim commercial with the Amish? And the two black guys that are there, they're like, you remember Slim Jim was always on the edge. You never seen that commercial?
I don't think I have actually.
Let me see if I can pull it up here.
I remember that one. But I do remember Slim Jim.
If it gets like copyright, I have to cut it out later. But let me see. It's actually pretty funny. Commercial.
But yeah, Weird Al had a whole song about people going and messing around with the Amish.
Oh yeah, yep.
Amish buggy. Yeah, let's see here. Internet commercials are definitely a lot funnier than regular commercials, by the way, if you never get a chance to see them.
I agree.
Let's see here. See if I can get it pulled up. There we go. All right, you see it there?
Maybe if you just twist the whatever. You both need a ride? What's it like living without the internet?
It's all right. I just get photos of your mom through the mail.
Wait. What's the meme where all the guys just go, oh! Like your mom is. Oh my god.
That was one that ran on the internet. I don't know if they ever put that on TV, but that was one of the funny ones. Yeah.
I started laughing before the punchline because it was funny. Just like
just see him in the buggy. Yeah.
I like the Slim Jim commercial where they had the car and the Yeti came up and was trying to open the door to get in the back seat, and they kept moving forward like 3 feet, and he kept walking forward.
Oh yeah, like pulling along. Yeah. Come on, get in. Yeah.
This one was way funnier.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, that was like during like I want to say like early 2000. Like I don't know if they would do it now because of all the like you said about the council stuff we're talking about earlier. But back then they were kind of like they were doing like the slap into a Slim Jim with Macho Man and all of them. It was kind of a little bit more a little crazy old stuff. But that was like one of the funniest when I saw. I was like, that's pretty hilarious. So
that was good.
Like I was showing on my Facebook page the old Bud Light commercials, and one of my people said, "Well, I never seen those before." Like when they were just on the internet, like where they were like, if you donate something, you get like a free Bud Light, and like everybody was like half naked in the office. They were all kept donating their clothing and stuff. Oh yeah. Well, wow, it's 11:42, so we'll go ahead and wrap this baby down, I think, and get signed off for the weekend because I gotta get up early. Todd's get up early. Mel, not so much.
Not so much. We're ready to go now. So
I work at 4 p.m.
Nobody likes a braggart, but anyway,
you're just starting. I'm just going home, so you know.
Yeah. I'm already a happy hour when you're going to work, so there you go.
Hey, right?
It's a trade-off.
My was 3 hours before I went to work. What's your problem?
True.
Well, that being said, we will actually go ahead and get. Oh, wait a minute! I need to get the thing, don't I? Because, the video that everybody wanted to see there, I gotta pull it up to close out. I don't know which one to actually get. I have a few more. Let me see here. That's not the right file. Give me the right file. Mm-hmm. Got a lot of stuff here. Ooh, which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? We'll go with that one. Let's go down. Yeah, Trez laughing. That was a funny Slim Jim one. Yeah, that is classic. It's yeah. That was one from back in the day. All right, so you guys asked for it, and we're going to give it to you. Going to give it to you before we sign off here.
You ask, and you shall receive.
Well, you know that's what she said.
No, it's
all
not.
right.
I mean, it could have been. It could have been.
It could have been. Could have been. Could have been.
Believe
Now,
me, it wasn't.
I'm gonna tell you one more
I
time.
remember asking you a goddamn thing.
That being said, we're gonna wrap up.
Lately, that I love you.
Here's a closeout, and we will be back next week.
Stables.
Yeah, I'm looking for a horseman.
A horseman?
A horseman goes by the name of Rick.
Not here.
Are you a horseman?
I could be. What can I do for you?
Friday night, you can see me at War Games. Bring all your horsemen, because I will have Moondog Spot, Moondog Rex, and the Monkey Brothers. Yeah, I'm looking for a horseman goes by the name of Rick Flair.
Don't know him.
Can I leave a message?
I guess.
All right, write this down. Tell him it's Big Dust.
Okay.
The American Dream.
Okay.
Tell him to meet me Friday night, Starcade.
Meet you at the Stockades.
Yeah, Starcade, Friday night.
I don't know what you're wasting your time for.
Is this Baby Doll? Baby Doll, I know that was you Jezebel! Hello, I'm looking for some horsemen.
I've got plenty. How many you need?
4.
4 horsemen.
Yes, sir. This Big Dust calling on behalf of Crocker Promotions.
Can't hardly understand what you're saying, but...
Sorry, I got a little bit of a lisp. What about Chris Benoit? Oh, he did. Sorry.
No, I don't really know what you're talking about.
Is this J.J. Dillon's?
No.
Don't lie to me, JJ's. You and I go way back, Jack.
Well, it ain't JJ. You got the wrong person.
Don't mess with the American dream, JJ. My eyes are open as big as silver dollars, Jack.
Well, you got the wrong guy.
You and I, JJ, leather strap match. Dustin Rhodes is the master of the strap match. JJ Dillon, you a yellow dog.